Hey, Brandon, just popping in real quick. Just want to let everybody know there is an audio issue right around the 8-minute mark. We do fix it right away, so just bear through the minute or so of the crackly audio. It does get fixed and adjusted after that. Enjoy the episode. Thank you for watching. Welcome, everybody, to A Blockbuster Year 1985. Tonight, we're making the call to Transylvania 5000. Let's pop in the tape. Hello, welcome. I am very excited for tonight's episode. I think there's lots of things that we can talk about. Jay Ryan, welcome. Great to see you again. You had quite a busy weekend. I see online.
Buddy, I'm so happy to be here.
You were at San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah, I laid on the floor on a foam roller for 24 hours afterwards just to get my spine back. Yeah, I haven't done Comic-Con in we did the math. It was like 12 years or something like that. Oh. And we used to go professionally. We would go there to support TV shows we were launching and cast members that my wife was representing and things like that. Usually it was Children's Hospital when that first came out back in the day, or a Hot Tub Time Machine or something like that with Rob Corddry. So I hadn't been since we stopped doing that. And I'd never been on the talent side. I was always, invisible, supporting the talent. So it was a little different to go this time and be shooting stuff with Phil, who is, at Comic-Con, like
Past
it takes an
guest, Phil Morris.
Of course. Thank you. It takes a very obscure, specific movie nerd to know who I am at Comic-Con, right? Like you have to be into message boards and props and movie cars and things like that to have any idea, or a Back to the Future nerd. You can't go 2 feet without everybody recognizing him from something. And at Comic-Con, it's not even usually Seinfeld. It's usually Star Trek or Doom Patrol, or
right.
like so many other. Smallville was a big one. He kept getting stuff for Smallville.
Yes, that's right.
And then so it's just a whole different experience. And, we went with our own little production crew, which was amazing. Gibson, of course, from the Goonies house restoration. But we didn't have the handlers and the Comic-Con support team that the old me was used to. Yeah. So I ended up knowing a little bit more than our group from my own experiences, how to get around, where to shoot things, the way to shoot things, because I've already solved these problems in my life, and so it was a little complicated. We had to wear a few hats each. And then it's exhausting. It's exhausting to go as a fan, just loving it all, but to go like as talent with that. Hey, everybody, I'm really excited to be here in the Funko hospitality area. Oh my God.
It was a rough, it was a rough year.
Yeah.
Did you
go? Yeah, I was there for 2 days.
Okay. Let me introduce you, and then we'll dive deeper into it. Welcome to the show.
The bags. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
crazy. The big you got the big one.
I am so excited to have our guest on the show tonight. He is a screenwriter. He is a producer. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Bergoch is with us.
Hey,
yes.
You
ever heard of a little movie called The Florida Project? Co-written by Chris, a movie that I also love, Tangerine.
There you go.
And then a few other projects written with Sean Baker, recent Academy Award winner. I have to tell you, Chris, I had never seen Starlet. And so knowing that you were coming on the show, I realized that Starlet is streaming on the Criterion channel. And I was like, you know what? I need to see Starlet before Chris comes on the show. And I love these movies, Florida Project and Tangerine. I love them so much. I absolutely loved Starlet.
All right.
I would love for people to go out and see this movie. It is so fascinating because it is early in everybody's career, yours and Sean's and everybody. It's a true indie film, and it's incredible. I absolutely loved it so much.
People still find it, and it's endlessly flattering when people discover it, and they, it's never too late to watch a movie for the first time, no matter when it was made. And and it's really cool that it's not, these movies aren't for everybody, but if you do check it out and you worked for you, it's amazing because it was the first one to get out of the brain onto a screen. And so it's always a special place for me in my heart. I love these things. There's like hundreds and hundreds of ideas in our in our little idea vault. And even if one ever gets out and people can watch that, it's like a miracle. So
a miracle.
Yeah. I
don't want to, we can get back to Comic-Con. I want to talk a little bit more about some of your other work, but there was something so fascinating to me about especially like those 4 movies that you wrote with Sean Baker. The perspective that they have on human beings, I think, is so fascinating, especially people who are dealing with really hard things in their lives, right? You take a movie like The Florida Project, which is dealing with, addiction issues, poverty, child protective services, all these things, yet somehow you guys made it a fun movie. It sounds so weird to say that.
No, I mean, that's always our agenda.
I like this one too. Like Florida Project, what an incredible movie. I want to talk to you a little bit more about that later, but let's get back to Comic-Con. So Chris, you were also at Comic-Con this year.
I used to do the whole 5 days preview night. Yep. I was diehard for many years. I started, but I was a late.
Did you go as a fan, Chris? Sorry to start there. Did you go as a fan first?
The very first year was 2006, and we went because we were doing Greg the Bunny. We were doing Greg the Bunny reunion special at the time for Independent Film Channel.
Okay.
And so we took the puppets there, and we did a bunch of stuff, and it was through that I became addicted. So then after 2006, I went every year, as a fan. And then I was lucky enough, like after you have a few credits on the IMDb, you can do a professional badge, So I was able to go that way, which was easier because let me tell you, when you go as a fan, I respect anybody that it can even get a badge because it's just such a difficult.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's there you go, the professional badge. And
it
so
makes a difference because then you can go anywhere and do anything, and you can go in the back hallways, and you can go to the hospitality rooms and everything.
I didn't have that tier. I think there's different tiers. I didn't have that special access. Like you did. But it's still cool.
Me neither. Those assholes.
But then so it switched over the years because then my good friend Eric Eckstein got me a job at G4, and I did the cosplay galleries for the old G4, and that was like around 2009. So it's changed. I've had various badges. I've been in the press pit. That's an insane place to be in Hall H.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Chris, real quick. We are losing your audio just a little bit. It's kind of coming in and out. I don't know what.
I hear it too.
All right. Sorry, everybody. We just had some technical issues. Chris is back. He is sounding better. We were talking about Comic-Con, back hallways, and professional badges. All right, let's get back into it.
So it's just I've been fortunate enough to have all the different types of badge, but I was saying I respect anybody that can get a badge as a fan, which I've been doing the last few years. It's tricky. And then those hallway shrines, I heard it was, I didn't do any panels this year, but Jay, did you hear the Hall H was a mess? They gave 2 tickets out, and
I heard that there was the rumor is that somebody was making counterfeit badges for the Marvel panel. So there was apparently people who had been waiting, got their wristbands, and then still couldn't even get in the panel because apparent counterfeit badges had cut in line and gotten in front of them. But all of that's being figured out and investigated.
Everything is all scanned now, so I don't know how the counterfeiting works, because that this is new to me. You used to just show it to humans, and now you have to scan in and out every time you go someplace. Yeah, and until it beeps, you know. Yeah, I don't know how you counterfeit all of that, but
I think it was.
But yes, it was a mess, and shout out to the Comic-Con employees, because we got into it with a few of them who clearly it wasn't even their fault. They just, like, we knew more than they did, and they were just trying to do their jobs. But like, it was a mess. It was a mess. Nobody knew what to do or how to control it.
And it's been more humid.
That Hall H thing.
Previous year, so it
that's what I heard too. It was hot as hell.
Yeah, oh yeah, and muggy. It's not usually muggy. It's usually like fucking just sunbeat hot, where you go outside and just lobster up. This was like Florida, sticky, muggy.
And the convention floor was a real interesting one.
Ripe. The closer you got to that Masters of the Universe centerpiece thing, the more odorous it got.
That's probably what Eternia smells like.
Oh yeah.
You think it's accurate?
They were pumping it in.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a stinkcore. It's a stinkcore experience.
I thought it was because literally every single person would go stand in the mouth of the Castle of Grayskull, and I know these references because I was a kid when that was out, and they would all put their hands up in the air, and then that's just Pit City. So I thought that was playing a role. But they've created a spike in the stench meter because everybody's lifting their arms at that particular spot. Yeah. I was well deodorized, well showered. I was, we bathed the night before. We're not wearing the same clothes as yesterday, like a lot of these people. And I'm sure we were a stinky mess.
Yeah. It's natural. It's human.
It was cool though, watching Phil take like all these He-Men to the gun show. You know what I mean? Because Phil is in such good, he's so physically fit, even, at his age, which is older than me. And he's in such better shape than me. It's ridiculous. It's like hanging out with Ernie Hudson. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a fucking brick house.
That guy is fit.
And so Phil is the same. What's that?
Curious if you got any convention exclusives?
I don't know, because I'm not really into that. He is a full-blown nerd. He has every comic book he's ever collected. He's got 20,000 comic books. He's never sold one. And then he had places he wanted to go. So there were things we got, but I don't know what we got because I'm giving my stuff to my niece.
Yeah.
My big bag full of Funko over here is going.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? Did you pick up any exclusives? SDCC exclusives?
Only one. I've been trying to be, the space is limited. And so I've been trying to curb all the collecting habits because I've just collected too much over the years, and now there's no room. There's no more room on the walls to hang stuff. There's no more shelf space. But I got the Toy NK, I think is how you pronounce it. They always, I got the Rocky plush, which I think was like a run of 3,000 made, and he has
Is this Rocky from Project Hail Mary or Rocky Balboa?
Yes, Hail Mary, Rocky.
Okay.
Alien Friends.
Cool. See, dumb guy over here. I assume Balboa.
And it is a reference. That's why he calls him Rocky. Yeah.
It's still in my queue. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna do it this week.
Yeah, it rules. It's a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah.
Do either of you guys are either of you into comic books, Brandon? I never have known you to be into comic books.
I'm not. I would not say that I am into comic books, and I like comic books. I've read a lot of graphic novels. There was a period where I was collecting some comic books, but I like pop culture, and so I like to know about comic books and what's going on. And one of my best friends, Ryan Dole, past and future guest, he is a big comic book guy. So if I ever have a question about like, hey, what's going on with this, he'll let me know what's going. Yeah.
It seems like, Chris, I'm guessing you are.
Not particularly. What I was going to say is every now and then there'll be limited runs that I get interested in. Like currently, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but it just a few weeks ago, issue 1 came out, and it's a proper sequel to The Last Starfighter. And
I like those ones when they do those runs.
Exactly. So I'll get ones like this.
The only one that comes to mind is there was a Biff to the Future series co-written by Bob Gale, and what it is it's that period of time in Back to the Future 2 that we don't see when Biff is changing the future. When old man Biff has gone and given young Biff the almanac, we get to see him build Biff Co. and commit crimes. And it is like a 6-issue miniseries, and it's fantastic.
And they just
that is incredible.
At Comic-Con, I heard that their Lucasfilm's actually gonna keep Indy alive, and they're doing a limited comic run of. Have you heard about this? Indy, it's supposed to take place shortly after Raiders, and I think it's gonna just be a few issues long run. But that's something that I would want to.
A vague interest in comics. I appreciate it as an art form, but it's not my prime collection.
Right. Rob Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld, the co-creator or creator of Deadpool.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe he will be of interest. That was the first person we ran into outside, and he saw Phil at first.
Let me make you. Give me 1 second. Let me make you big there, Jay.
Does that guy look familiar? There he is.
Yep, that's the creator of Deadpool.
Oh, wow.
It was the first guy we ran into. It was hilarious. I guess his wife is an actress too, and she saw Phil, and she's like, "There's Phil." And then, of course, we're hanging out with them outside.
If you want to have some fun, look up Rob Liefeld feet. Famously, Rob Liefeld doesn't draw feet well, and he's talked about it himself, and he just can't do it. So if you look up Rob Liefeld feet, you'll see all of these comic panels and covers where the feet are either obscured or they're like very simple shapes.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How funny.
That's a good fun fact.
I'm full of them, Chris.
Sorry. The reason I wanted to show you that was not even because of him, but those guns on Phil, man.
You were showing Phil's guns.
Flexing, for frig's sake. That's just him.
Yeah. Jackie Childs.
That's right. And apparently many other things.
Yes. Okay.
It's been crazy. When was the last time we were together? I'm all out of wax now that we're pre-taping these. It's not a week every time now. Has it been more than a week? Less than a week.
No, it's technically been less than a week because we recorded last Tuesday. Yes. Cat's eye.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, but I did have a good night between then, right? So I worked a Wednesday at Good Night.
That's right.
With Ben Glebe, and we had Margaret Cho on and Brad Williams, the little person comedian. I don't know.
Okay, yes.
That's how you would probably describe him. He's hilarious.
Yeah. I know
as well as Learn More, who is a South African comedian. Or no, he's from Zimbabwe actually. But it's very interesting to be over there in that environment again. It's very interesting to be sitting around after the show, having the postmortem, giving my notes. It's really, really weird. And I just want to thank you for that, Brandon, really, because if you didn't move the schedule, I probably would have chosen this.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm happy for you because I knew that it was something you needed to do. So I'm more than happy to facilitate so you can go and work on that show.
Thank you.
Our competition. But that's fine.
No, that show comes out on Thursdays.
So does this show, Jay.
Oh, wait, that's right.
It's a new thing.
Comic-Con erased my brain, my friend. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Chris, I would really like to know just briefly how you became involved in working and writing these films with Sean Baker. Because I believe you mentioned Greg the Bunny, which is what led you to Comic-Con originally, which was a TV show. And I don't know if I actually watched the show, but I remember Greg the Bunny just from its appearance in pop culture, those puppets, the movie parodies, right? But I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of it, but it's just part of pop culture, in my opinion.
Yeah, we go way back. Shout Factory, way back in the day, was great. They put out Volume 1 and Volume 2 of our IFC stuff, which isn't really everything. We started on public access New York City in the late 90s, and the reason why that kind of happened was out of NYU. My senior thesis film, I also used puppets because we learned very quickly in film school, actors, you're not paying them, they would flake, they wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
So puppets were the safe bet, and we started doing more and more with puppets because we didn't have to depend on actors that we weren't paying, and they, I don't blame them if they got another gig. But sometimes they should have just let us know, right? They didn't even let us know. Anyway, that's a whole.
No show's not cool. No show's not cool.
No show, actually, no contact is not cool.
So then IFC, Independent Film Channel, we were doing little interstitials. So like if they were, airing Eraserhead, we would do a parody.
That's what I've seen then. Those interstitials, yes.
Right. And then we actually went. Steve Levitan, who is the showrunner of Modern Family, he got us to Fox, which is the one that most people are familiar with because it had Eugene Levy, Sarah Silverman, the weakest of all incarnations. Apologies to anyone who likes that version.
It's just the most mainstream version, right?
It was the classic Hollywood example of
even the cover of that DVD looks so different than the other two.
Yes.
It's the classic,
put together by the studio PR team.
Yeah. The humans are front and center, not the puppets, right?
Right. It was, we love everything you do, but now we're going to change everything you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming aboard.
Crash course in Hollywood and what my future would be. But it's good. It prepares us, right? We always get upgrades. Yeah. Then after that ended, we only had one season, 13 episodes on Fox. We went back to Independent Film Channel, which brought us to 2006, where I went to my first Comic-Con that we were talking about. And that was fun. But then the best one for me personally was when MTV wanted to do a spinoff, which there is sadly, no physical media for, but it's on iTunes. I think that's like the only place at this point people can track it down. But I don't understand. Like we're trying to, I thought after Sean got all the handful of Oscars that maybe people would be interested in doing a proper, because there's hours. It could be like such a bonus release of hours of supplemental material and all this behind the scenes shenanigans. But so MTV, Warren the Ape was the
love
spin-off.
Shenanigans.
Oh yes, Warren the Ape. Yes,
that was aired in 2010 on MTV. But we were put right against Snooki and the Gang of Jersey Shore, and MTV put all their ad dollars into that. Yeah. So we were wiped out. Like nobody, even Greg the Bunny fans, found out late. Like, wait, there was a spinoff? Greg was back. Like they didn't know because there was no promotion. Yeah. And all these things I learned looking back. It's sad at the time. It's a bummer because I loved working on that show, and it was just we had a lot of stuff that we've always wanted to do, and we got to do on that incarnation. But when it ended, that's what set us off on Starlet. So Sean and I, on that show, we brought in a lot of stunt casting. So we would have cameos, and we also had for MTV, we had to appeal to that, So we had the eye candy casting, and we brought in a lot of adult thespians from the adult arts.
Yes.
And and so these girls, these adult actresses would be on set. You know what I mean? I'm talking to them at lunch. Now here, this is an interesting way to put it. If you guys were, at the lunch on the set of Warren the Ape, you might see me talking to what's one of them? There was a girl called Faye Reagan who came on one of the episodes, and so I'm sitting there.
Is that a take on the King Kong? Is that a take on King Kong?
Maybe.
That was Faye Ray, right?
Maybe Faye Reagan. Yeah, maybe she was a bit of a cinephile.
I hope similar.
We were talking, and you might think, what's Chris doing over there? What is he? Do people still say macking? That was a 90s thing, right? He was macking. No, we were talking, we were talking about bed bugs, and we were talking
putting the moves on. That's right.
Yeah.
We were talking about how the Wain and all the hotels were at that time in 2009 were overtaken by bed bugs, and she was telling me her bed bug story. I was telling her mine, and how to look for them in the corners of the mattresses. You see the black specks, they're there. So that's when I went, at that day I was like, Sean, what if we did something with, these girls are just normal girls. They're just, we have an extraordinary.
They're in a line of work.
Yeah. And that's what led to Starlet, but we didn't have a story. And Sean had another half-baked story called Bric-a-Brac, which was about a girl who found money which was based on something that actually happened to his dad. And if you find money in something that you got from someone, do you give it back or do you keep it? And that's the dilemma. So we combined them, and it led to Starlet.
Yeah, I honestly, like, first time watching it, I was so in, and that's one of the things that I think it does carry on in your work, because you have chosen to tell the story of this character who just so happens to be in the adult film industry, right? And that's not even like a main part of the story. What really is the story is her finding this money and then establishing this connection with this older woman who she bought the thermos from, right? And I think that carries on through your other work, through Tangerine and Florida Project and Red Rocket, where it's like, these people just, this is just their situation. It's not what makes these people, it's not even what is the most important part of the story, but in all of these movies, it's just this, like, this human story, and they're just like dealing with life and just, you know, taking it as it comes, and they're having these like great, you know, exciting, fun moments, but then also shit hits the fan in all these characters' lives. But yeah, man, if people have not seen Starlet or Tangerine, or, I mean, a lot of people have seen Florida Project or Red Rocket, like, I highly recommend them to people, especially, like, Florida Project has Willem Dafoe in it, which is such a great performance from Willem Dafoe, a guy whose face just screams bad guy. He is like the best character in this movie. He is the nicest man. He is so Bobby. He's so supportive of everybody that lives at the Magic Castle. Like, yeah,
he's Michael Madsen from Free Willy. You know, he's never played a good guy, but holy crap, is he a good guy in that?
Yes. Yeah. And thank you for, again, like, I mean it when I just have to show you the appreciation, because when you say stuff like that, it's bringing me back to we always have these little mandates and mission statements before we start writing, and that was one of them. It's like, if we're going to use Willem, can we use him in a role that we both haven't seen him play? We're trying to what you just said was the goal. So thank you for, you know,
it's funny, because one of my favorite Willem Dafoe performances, his character name is also Bobby Peru in Wild at Heart.
Oh yes,
which is like one of the most evil people ever put on screen. And then you have Bobby, who works at the Magic Castle, who is one of the most caring, kind men I've ever seen on screen.
That's so funny, because I remember hearing that after. That wasn't like on purpose. I guess we weren't even thinking about his name in that movie. No, Sean and I both love that movie. I mean, it's awesome. You know, by the way, speaking of Bobby, there's something. There was a recent UK release. Sorry, I'm doing all these.
Yes, and this is actually one of the things I wanted to talk to you about.
We did some commentary. Go ahead. It was the first time I was ever able to address this, because I don't know if it's like a Mandela effect. Maybe I'm actually part of a Mandela effect. We never, ever gave Bobby a last name, but it's out there in the ether, and people call him Bobby Hicks. And I'm like, Sean, how did this start? Where did that come from? We would have never, if we were to give him a last name, called Bobby Hicks. But when you look it up out there, they refer to him as Bobby Hicks. So I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
You haven't found the origin of that? Where that started?
No, not at all. It's
gosh.
Like maybe I'm
Chat,
actively.
if you know, get going. Start researching. Yeah. We've got a great crack team on this show.
Or maybe we just shifted timelines, and maybe we did make him Bobby Hicks.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
No.
Well, let's talk about it, because so in relation to that second Sight 4K release that you just showed, which I don't own, but I do definitely want to get my hands on it one day for that commentary and all the other special features. But we have a mutual friend, and it is a mutual friend that we lost last year, Adam the Woo, who we've talked a lot about on the show. And just so you know, Chris, the reason this show exists, the reason that Jay Ryan and I are friends, is because of Adam. When Jay and I were in Astoria for the Goonies 40th anniversary, we went there to hang out with Adam. I had never met Jay before, and Adam had just met Jay, I believe, the night before.
Yeah, a couple days before. Yeah, he
Yes.
came in a couple days before you did, and we
Yes.
hit it off in such a way that apparently it was a job interview for me, because he kept saying, "Oh, do you know BC DeLorean? Oh, you got to know BC DeLorean about you guys are going to hit it off." You know,
and then he did the
people,
same
blah, blah,
thing
blah.
to me. We drove past Jay, has a very memorable yellow Porsche. We drove past it, and Adam said to me, "Oh, have you met Jay Ryan? You got to meet Jay Ryan. You would really like Jay Ryan. You guys would hit it off." And he was
and then
right.
One night at dinner,
he is most of the time.
Yes.
He was right. He knows
Yes.
how people connect.
Yeah.
And he put us together. Jay and I became very close friends. And that
Quickly.
led to all of this within the last year, doing this show together.
Yeah.
So similarly, he did the same thing for me and you, Chris, because when we were doing the Back to the Future 40th anniversary, he said, "Oh yeah, my buddy Chris is coming. He's a screenwriter. You've seen the Florida Project?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes. I love the Florida Project." He's like, "Yeah,
Right up your
he's coming. He's coming down. I'll make sure I introduce you." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool." And then we got introduced at that fan event.
Yeah, and he brought you up to me in this almost word for word the way you just described the both of you, where I think it's okay to say that he was getting a little bit just overstimulated from
Yes,
that night. He went to me and he said, like, "I got to get a Starbucks. You want to walk with me to Starbucks?" So we walked to the Starbucks at the Puente Hills Mall, and we're talking, and that on the walk to and from said the same thing. "You got to meet Brendan. Those cars, those are his. You're gonna love this guy. You're gonna bond. I know." And so then we walked back from Starbucks, and that's when I met you.
Yeah.
I feel like the last year or two of his life, he was really a recruiter, just kind of like, this guy is going to work well with him. They'll collaborate on something.
Yeah.
Like all the different things that he wasn't going to get to do.
Create.
Yeah, maybe.
He matchmaker. Yeah.
Yeah. A
And
matchmaker for sure.
And then one of the last conversations I ever had with him was him, because I'm a physical media collector, and that's one of the things that we sort of bonded over. He had his big 85-inch 4K TV that he loved. And one of the last conversations we had is he had just picked up the box set version of that Second Sight UK, the 4K release of the Florida Project. And he was like, "Look at this. I just got this in the mail." And he sent me pictures of it. And I was like, "That's so cool, dude. I got to get my hands on it."
Wow.
Yeah. So that even as much as I love the film, and I got to get my hands on it because it will just mean more to me, because it was one of the last things that Adam and I talked about.
He sent me that as the last text.
Oh my God. Same thing.
Let me make you big here.
He was, I don't know.
Yeah. I think I got the exact same photo.
And it's crazy. It's still so surreal because it's still so soon. It's only been like half a year. And
yes, just over 6 months.
And my brain,
that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, my brain forgets. So because every time the last few years, we did a Florida Project location tour. He invited me to be in his.
Yes. Okay.
Tour. After that, that's when we really became friends. I had seen him at things over the years before that, like the events at the Gamble House for Back to the Future anniversaries and all that, and at the mall, Puente Hills, we do the meetup every, you were there.
Yeah.
But we stayed in touch after that video, and every time I go to my mom in Orlando, I would always go meet him for something, whether it's just a Starbucks piping hot caffeinated beverage or whatever. And I go there now, and my instinct is to call him and let him know that I'm there. It's very strange. Then I have to remind myself. It's very surreal.
Yeah.
Chris, similarly. Oh, sorry, Brandon.
I was just gonna say that's what's hard, is that even just we were only friends for just under a year. Right. That's really all we knew of each other. Came out to tour our spot, and we just hit it off. But there's certain things that I find myself being like, "Oh, I wish I could text him about this movie that I found, or this thing, or ask him about a filming location. I'm going to this area that I know that he's been in." He was such a great source to bounce that kind of stuff off of, but also just such a fan. he just loved these things so deeply. And I think that that's what I connected to him the most about, is finding somebody else. And when we even talked about it on our Goonies trip, like there is something special where we're going to these filming locations and you don't have to explain to anybody why we're doing it, why we're driving 45 minutes to go see an empty beach. We just all get it, right? We're just all speaking the same language. We're all on the same page. And that was the one thing that I felt like I found somebody else who just loved the things as deeply as Adam did. I felt very connected to him for that.
That's the magic there, is that and it's so rare for people like us to click with and meet people, at least for me it is, that do get it. So when the two people kind of that get it together, it's instant friends.
So why is it that we all use that term? Because Adam also used that term, but I don't feel like that's why we're all using it. Is it just the right term? The people who get it? Because Adam would say that all the time, like, oh, that guy, he gets it. You know, meaning like he's okay.
Yeah. I think it just makes it just correlates everything. It's just like, not only is that a nice person, but they're on the same wavelength. Yep. They get the references, you know, they're interested in learning new things about maybe the movies or theme parks that
not
they've
totally
never
shut
heard of.
off.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. There's just something that encapsulates everything. And he gets it.
Also, the people who didn't drain his energy, I think for the most part, people tend to drain his energy. And then there were certain people that either were neutral or gave back. And I think that seems like there's a unifying factor with the people who gave back. Maybe they get it.
Even when people are nice and well-intentioned, I mean, like I have a lot of friends who are actors. I'll be with them at Universal Studios. And it's like, you know, there's this different types of people. Some people are very respectful. Hey, I love your work. Do you mind if we take a selfie or whatever? And that's one type. Then there's people who just treat these people like they're entitled to just jump in.
Public utility. Yep.
Person. And those it gets a lot because my friends try to still be nice, but it's like whoa,
there's
or they'll come in on a live stream. That I've seen that a lot at Comic-Con. They'll come in on a live stream and then you're like stuck. You have to play along. You're stuck there. Oh man.
But the thing is like, I don't know, you guys personally, did you have the same experience I did where, like, I think, speaking of the people who get it, it's almost like a relief and like therapeutic when you come across personalities like that? Because for me, my life, every step of the way, whether it's like, wait, you were just at Disney, why are you going back? Or wait, you're spending a month online to watch episode 1 in front of the Chinese theater, where are you going to shout? What, they just don't. And it's like, you have to keep explaining yourself. Wait,
maybe that's what it is. It's the opposite of they just don't get it. No, these people get it, right?
Oh my God. It's that simple.
I feel the exact same way as you do. Like, I love Disneyland, and I know that you're a big Disney fan as well, Chris. And it's just one of those things that it's just like, I just can't explain it to you. I can't explain. It's so much deeper than just like I don't just go for the rides. Like, there's another level of it. The sheer, like, the people involved in building it, the history of the park in general. Like, there's so many other factors, and there's just people that don't even take that into consideration, that there's other reasons why I might be so into something and want to keep going back to the same theme park over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You get it.
Yeah. I get it.
And by the way, can I just give you a fun fact too? Because we talked about Starlet and now we're talking about Disneyland. A lot of what I wrote in Starlet, I wrote on Main Street in Disneyland.
Wow.
At the market house, which is where they have the Starbucks.
Yeah.
And there's one little table near an outlet when the battery ran out, and it's a weird juxtaposition to be writing a movie about the adult film industry at Disneyland, but I don't know. There's something in the air there that leads to productivity. I don't go there as much anymore.
Is that the coffee shop with the old timey telephones?
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Main Street there.
I'm glad you know those.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, and again, back to it. I mean, that all ties into the Florida Project, which is named after what Walt Disney's original name for Walt Disney World was the Florida Project.
Right. on the set of that movie, a lot of the crew would ask, like, "Oh, is that a working title? What's it going to be called?" No, that's the title. And they're like, "Oh, come on, you don't want to
It's a reference."
And I like, again, like, no, it's a reference, and
I see that now, because from a film crew's perspective, it seems like a working title. You guys are shooting in Florida, and you're working on this project, so it's the Florida project. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I never thought of it like that, because I only see it as a Walt Disney World reference. I don't see it as a film production reference. That's funny.
Right.
You know what's up.
Well,
although
speaking
I
of
have
film
to admit,
production,
if I saw it on a yellow location sign, I would also assume.
I think it's
thing.
Speaking of film production, I could talk to Chris forever about his projects. We haven't even touched Tangerine, and that is, I was obsessed with the fact that Tangerine was shot on a Canon 5D, blew all of us in indie film.
iPhone.
Oh, sorry, iPhone. I always say that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tangerine shot on an iPhone. It blew all of the indie filmmakers away. Could not believe that was a thing that somebody could do. But we are here tonight to talk about Transylvania 65000. I don't know if people forgot that that's why we're here.
No.
Chris has the beautiful Kino Lorber Blu-ray. I only have this Anchor Bay 2-pack with Elvira and Transylvania.
Brandon, just because we do fun facts, wasn't it Collateral that was the first movie shot on a 5D?
Collateral?
Like the
Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx, downtown LA movie?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay. Chat, answer that one too, please. Research. Thank you.
So Transylvania 65000. Chris, you chose this movie. Is there any specific reason why you chose Transylvania 65000 when I sent you the list?
Well, listen.
Great cast.
First of all, how do you choose all the movies that you guys are covering from 85? And the ones that, could we please go back to that year when time travel to the three of us and watch movies together there?
Yeah.
We got, hopefully time travel will actually happen soon, because it's the best year of all time. And so since a lot of them, it was a tough choice, but a lot of the ones were covered already. Yeah. So the ones that were left, I'm like, no, it's got to be this. This movie doesn't get the love and the attention that it deserves. It's just one of my favorite of all time. And you're I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted that you like the movies that people know me for, but I just want to make movies like this. That's the goal. That's my dream. I want to make comedies like this. And it's sort of like a Left Turn at Albuquerque happened. And
it's very cartoony, if that's your reference. Very cartoony. Very funny. And we're actually working on a silly comedy, right? Not separate from Sean. I want to try things that I haven't had a chance to do yet, and going more back to the Greg the Bunny sensibilities.
Yeah, well, it's hard because you are writing gags, right? It's not just humorous dialogue. It's not even just jokes. Like, you are having to, in this type of movie, you are writing gags. And we'll talk a little bit about him, but the king of joke movies, in my opinion, is Mr. Mel Brooks. Just turned 100 years old, and there is a connection to Mel Brooks with Transylvania 65000. But those movies, I love Mel Brooks movies so much, and the hit rate on the gags and the jokes in those movies are pretty dang high.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into it. Transylvania 65000. I think part of the reason. A little bit of a lower batting average, and I think that's part of the reason why it doesn't have the cultural stickiness as a Robin Hood Men in Tights or a History of the World, or even a Spaceballs. Right? Spaceballs obviously has an IP connected to it that launches it into the stratosphere. But let's get into it. Transylvania 65000 is a New World Pictures film.
I'm laughing at the pun still. Launches it into the stratosphere out there into space.
It is co-produced by the Dow Chemical Company. We'll get more into that later. Written and directed by Rudy DeLuca. Rudy DeLuca wrote 73 episodes of the Carol Burnett Show, so well ingrained in comedy writing.
I didn't realize.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He also
That's probably
wrote.
why John Byner's in it. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, he also wrote one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies, an underrated gem in my opinion, Silent Movie.
Yeah.
This movie rules. It is a legitimate silent movie. It's a Mel Brooks silent movie with Dom DeLuise and Marty Feldman and a myriad of celebrity cameos. A great Burt Reynolds cameo in Silent Movie.
All these people do great physical comedy. Everybody you just mentioned, great physical comedy.
Yes, and the movie is actually a silent movie with title dialogue cards and a score, and I believe there is.
Is there a piano player or something?
Yeah, there's like one line of dialogue in the movie, and it's a joke, obviously. He also wrote History of the World Part 1, or was one of the co-writers on History of the World Part 1, which is just a gag movie, right? All of the different periods of time, all set to jokes and humor. Spanish Inquisition song is an absolute classic from History of the World. I didn't know this. He is also an actor in Spaceballs, and he plays Vinny, which is one scene in Spaceballs when Lone Star and Barf get the video call from Pizza the Hut. There is a silver painted man beside Pizza the Hut.
Yes,
that is
looks
Rudy
like a mob
DeLuca.
guy. Oh
Pizza's gonna be coming after you. That's Rudy DeLuca. That is the writer and director of Transylvania 65000.
He's like half robot, half Max Headroom.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I always burned in my memory is him like eating Pizza the Hut, and he gets cheese on the brim of his
delicious.
hat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, gross.
So he has a connection to Mel Brooks, ends up writing Dracula Dead and Loving It, the Leslie Nielsen parody Dracula film, and Life Stinks, which is actually a Mel Brooks movie I've never seen.
Oh, you'd love it.
Yeah,
it's a look at the world from both sides now kind of a situation.
Yeah, I found it. I found it a couple of years ago, but I haven't gotten around to watching it.
I don't
recommend.
You do recommend? I'm gonna revisit it then.
It's the one where he's a billionaire developer guy downtown LA, and then I saw it in a theater. Oh, okay, you remember?
Yeah.
Don't remember.
So I don't think the movie's good, but I like a story like that shows, the slumlord is going to see it from the other side and then change his ways, and then it works out in the end.
Right.
Yeah. I love a happy ending.
This is technically Rudy DeLuca's directorial debut. Didn't go on to direct much after this, but this is his directorial debut after, like I said, working on Carol Burnett Show and a bunch of Mel Brooks projects. Now, the producer of this film, the Dow Chemical Company, not specifically, credited as that, but it's more just what apparently happened is the Dow Chemical Company had finances that were frozen and needed to be spent in Yugoslavia. And so the producers ended up contacting, I don't know how they got this information. Somebody obviously knew somebody, but they contacted the Dow Chemical Company and said, hey, we know you got this money to spend that you have to spend in the country. What if you finance this film and we come and we shoot this film in Yugoslavia with Croatian actors? We'll bring some Hollywood people and we'll make this goofy comedy out in Yugoslavia. And they said, sure. And basically the Dow Chemical Company paid for all of the below the line people on the film, right? Which does not include your director, your actors, everybody, your camera operators, your assistant directors, your gaffers, your best boys, everybody below the line they refer to it as. So Dow Chemical Company,
talent or producerial line, is basically what that means. It's shorthand.
Yes. Which is just so fascinating that a chemical company is the reason that Transylvania 65000 exists.
It's unbelievable. It's really a creative way to make a movie.
It is. Find
the
corporations who's got the money to spend.
Yeah.
But in the time frame, there were all sorts of, like, Canon Films was operating, right? So all of those tech shelter production companies were operating. So I feel like somebody must have had an in somewhere and be like, where there's money. Hey, Transylvania,
over in Yugoslavia.
Double that over in Yugoslavia. Plus, the Yugo was very big at that time here. Like that was an export from that company, from that country.
Okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with this, but the car was made of plastic and it would melt in the sun. I wonder if Dow Chemical had anything to do with that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Here's my automotive knowledge coming into play for our film today.
Well, just so people are aware, that means that everybody who is not a main cast member was not a naturally English speaking. They were all Croatian. They were all overseas. In fact, the little girl, the little girl who gets lost throughout the course later in the movie, she did not speak any English, and all of her lines of dialogue she learnt phonetically.
Yeah.
Not that she has a lot, but it's still, for a little girl to learn English phonetically to appear on camera, that's impressive.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and it was believable. I didn't know that. It was believable.
Yeah, it was.
She could be a Teresa Ganzel daughter. It was good casting.
Yeah. Oh, it was great to see Teresa Ganzel, by the way. I'm such a Johnny Carson fan. She was one of the Carson art players and on all the Tea Time with Art Fern and stuff. So I love Teresa Ganzel.
She's very likable.
Let alone she's delightful, obviously.
I was actually surprised she didn't have a bigger career. I
agree.
Yeah,
what happened
so talented,
so likable.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't work out for some people. It's so sad. Yeah. When you see somebody that like is very charismatic and very clearly very talented.
Yeah.
Was she the wife, Jackie Gleason's wife in The Toy, the Richard Pryor movie?
Yes, she is. I did write down The Toy. Yes.
So that was only a couple years after this. That was
82.
It was before. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, The Toy is 82.
Okay. God, I love that movie too, with the kid from Christmas Story who became a porn star. The tongue kid. The tongue kid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets his tongue stuck to the pole. Now, to be fair to Teresa, she has done a lot of work in the voiceover world. She is part of the repertoire of Pixar and Disney. She does all those additional voices to fill out the Pixar movies. So she's credited on Cars, Up, Toy Story 3, Monsters Inc., all these other big, huge Pixar movies. She's filling out the background characters in all of those animated movies.
I found it surprising to have Teresa Ganzel and Carol Kane in the same movie, because they often would play the same kind of they both kind of have a thing.
Yeah, talk about an iconic voice, Carol Kane, right there.
Yeah, both of them to me. I'm older, now, Brandon. My age.
I love Carol Kane.
Movie is its own. I'll wait to talk about but unbelievable Carol Kane.
Okay, well let's go ahead, Chris.
Now do over there. I just love it so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Carol Kane in Scrooge. Yeah, that's a big one.
So good.
That's a big one for me. Well, this cast is insane. It really is. I enjoyed this movie. I just want to put that out, like, for a movie that is not caught on, let's say, is very underrated. It has an incredible cast in it. We've got Jeff Goldblum, an absolute legend. Obviously Jurassic Park is a big one. He has got quite
the Fly, The Big Chill, so many amazing ones.
Well, and ironically, he goes Transylvania 6-5000 with Gina Davis, The Fly with Gina Davis, produced by Mel Brooks and Brooks Film, and then 1988, Earth Girls Are Easy with Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans.
Yep.
And not to mention Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis being married from 1987 to 1991. So, he gets Jurassic Park, Independence Day, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Independence Day was huge.
Yeah. And then, Jeff Goldblum is a household name. So
Dr. David Levinson.
He's great.
There's a lot of doubles, because wasn't Jeff Goldblum and Ed Begley Jr. were in The Big Chill together, and so so there's a lot of overlaps.
Good call on that.
Yeah, so apparently Jeff Goldblum suggested Ed Begley Jr. for the role, and then Ed Begley Jr. suggested Michael Richards.
Oh, is that
so
right?
It was,
Oh,
yes.
wow. Oh, that's
So why do they know each other? Fridays
good
or something?
Good suggestion.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why
okay.
they know each other. Was Ed Begley Jr. Did Ed Begley Jr. Did he appear on Fridays?
I thought maybe as a guest host or something. I don't know.
Maybe
because I didn't know Michael to do a lot of work yet at that stage. Like Fridays is the only thing I knew him from back then.
Well, and the earliest thing I knew Michael Richards from was honestly UHF, the Weird Al movie.
Oh, sure, of
1989,
course,
and that's
right later. Okay.
That's right at Seinfeld, right? That first season is 1989.
That's what I wanted to make sure everybody out there knows. Is like when we mention these names, this was like way pre Seinfeld and even pre UHF for him. And basically, for me as a little guy seeing this, every single major star in this movie, this was my introduction to all of them. So like, you know, then I would see them later in these huge things, and I'd always be like, oh, that's the guy or the girl from the movie that nobody
from
saw.
Transylvania 65000. Yeah, it's a funny thing to say. Oh, Jeff Goldblum from Transylvania 65000. Oh yeah, I know him.
That's how it was for me, for everybody.
Yeah.
You're
like, the guy from Transylvania 65000 is in this dinosaur movie? How's that gonna work?
Yeah, and it's incredible. I mean, like you said, even Gina Davis, you know, that was the first time. And then I guess actually wait, that might be wrong. I saw Gina in Fletch right before this.
Yeah, Fletch is the same year, yes.
And that was May of 85. So this was like
and her first movie is actually Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman. That's
right.
Gina Davis's first movie.
So good in Tootsie. Yes.
Is that like 80 or 81?
Tootsie is 82.
82.
Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a classic.
And that's the crazy thing is that we have Jeff Goldblum, we have Gina Davis, we have Carol Kane, we have Ed Begley Jr., Michael Richards, Jeffrey Jones, complicated,
complicated,
but still iconic in this period.
Everybody discovered him in Ferris Bueller as Rooney, but this was before, and then Howard the Duck, of course. I love it.
It was more Beetlejuice for me.
Oh yeah,
that is a movie that I was obsessed with. Growing up.
Dietz.
Yeah, could not get enough of Beetlejuice. So it's just, it's wild. It's wild that this cast was assembled, and then, you know, it really does go to show you like how talented a lot of these people are because they become these stars and these household names. Granted, it's from other projects that are, you know, more successful, but Transylvania 65000, a lot of fun. Ed Begley Jr., I wrote this down because it is impressive. On his IMDb, he has 364 film credits.
Wow.
That man works. And, you know, right around this time, he's in Spinal Tap. Another one of my favorite films with Willem Dafoe as the bad guy, Streets of Fire, 1984.
I have it here somewhere. The best.
Yeah, I got it. It's on my where is it? It's on my favorite movies shelf.
The best. It's a rock and roll fable for those of you who haven't.
Yes, Walter Hill's Streets of Fire.
You have told me I need to see this. I still have not. I just can't bring myself to do it.
It rules. Rick Moranis in a serious role. There's a sledgehammer fight. Tom Cody. It's cool.
Tonight is what it means to be young.
Yes.
Just because you brought up Rick Moranis, he did make an appearance at Comic-Con this year for the what a I mean,
Spaceballs 2.
How cool is that? I'm just so happy that he is back in the public. I don't care if the movie's good or not. I'm so happy the world has Rick Moranis again. The
world is healing.
A good dude.
Yeah.
Well, right on.
And we were talking last week with our guest Yoko about, you know, Spaceballs. Ironically, Spaceballs came up last week. I don't even remember how it came up, but I was talking about how this Spaceballs 2 is going to be parodying the new series of Star Wars movies. And the thing that they did at Comic-Con was reveal their big timeline for all of their Spaceballs movies and their sequels and how they connect. And they called it like the Awesome Schwartz Saga or something. And it's like but they had all these charts with all these logos and fake movie titles with arrows saying that this connects to this and this is this era and this, and so that's exactly what they were parodying at Comic-Con, was Marvel and Star Wars doing their big panels revealing all of their timelines.
Yeah.
And you last week were talking about how they were trolling Star Wars with the table read.
Table read
black
photo.
and white photo. Yes, exactly. So just continuing it along, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
where
awesome.
were we? Yeah. Ed Begley Jr. Best in Show. You know, I think that's
so
like
good.
Those Christopher Guest movies are kind of what I know Ed Begley Jr. the best from. Just such a great straight man, really.
I was just one of the best straight men out there.
Yeah.
The Late Shift for me, that David Letterman, Jay Leno movie way back when. He played a CBS executive, Rod Perth, in that.
Oh, I love that movie. I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah, me too. With Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates won an Emmy for that.
Yeah. Don't forget about his hilarious part in Amazon Women on the Moon when he was the Invisible Man, but he's not.
I've never seen that.
Well,
I gotta see that.
He's so funny.
And if we're talking comedy, I go to Arrested Development, where he's got the alopecia and the eyebrows all over the place, and he's so funny in that, not playing a straight man. Well, I guess he's still playing it straight though, isn't he? He's still doing it straight comedy. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
I gotta see Amazon Women on the Moon.
When we get to that year with you guys, can I please reserve Amazon Women on the Moon?
100%. Yeah.
What year is it?
1987.
Yeah, 87.
All right.
Yeah.
This has been one of my favorite shows so far, and I did not enjoy this movie. We've got a great list.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry that I need to talk about a movie that you're not into.
No, this is the greatest. I'm having a great time.
You're
such a good guest.
Hit me at the right time.
And Brandon's just so freaking he's so well researched when he does these that I end up learning enough that like there's things that I might have thought were weak, but then I hear the story behind it, and then I'm whatever. So I enjoy this.
I love doing the research. I love for the same reason. I love learning all these little things, and now forever I will think about Transylvania 65000 as the movie that the Dow Chemical Company gave us. Ed Begley Jr., he's in like the 2016 Ghostbusters. He's in like 14 episodes of Better Call Saul. Like the man is still working. He is a solid actor and a great face to have in any project. We talked a little bit about Gina Davis, but I absolutely love Gina Davis.
Adore her.
Like I mentioned, my obsession with Beetlejuice. I could not get enough of this movie. Growing up, I watched it over and over and over again. So all the people involved in this movie are just like so important to me. Catherine O'Hara, one of our great Canadian exports. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon for sure. Yeah. So sad.
But Gina Davis, I mean, we talked about the Fletch. She appears in Fletch this year as what is her character's name? It's a boy's name.
It is, and I can't because it's her last name, I think, isn't it? It's like Bones
she's like Fletch's like on and off again girlfriend.
Seems like it.
Larry or something. Like it's something so coded as like a male name. Now I got it. You
guys keep talking. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Did you guys see the Burrows? She's great in the Burrows.
No, I haven't gotten around to that. Unfortunately, it's already canceled. I heard.
Don't let that stop you, because unlike a lot of series, it feels
Larry,
I was right.
Yeah, it feels complete. It doesn't leave the viewers hanging for a season 2. It leaves it open. But I was really satisfied. It works on its own, so I'm okay that it's canceled. I still think it's wonderful for what it's like.
That's Gina Davis, Alfred Molina. Who else is in that show?
In the Burrows.
Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip.
Yep, and there's a little
the power of the sun in the palm of my hand. That's Alfred Molina to me.
Nice.
He's great in the Burrows. You guys should check it out when you have time. 8 episodes. Yeah. So it's not that. It's
kind of like it's kind of like, is it spooky or is it like sci-fi or something?
Describing it as Stranger Things with senior citizens is probably the best way to do it.
Okay, that's what I've heard. Okay.
Yeah, and it's got
it's wrapped up, so we don't need to do it for fucking 10 years. Like
it's not going to waste.
Yeah, it's not a commitment.
Satisfying.
Right, 5 seasons over 15 and a half years.
It's an 8-hour movie.
All right, that sounds great.
I will check it out.
Really good writing. It's funnier than I expected.
2 new followers.
We'd mentioned The Fly and Earth Girls Are Easy, both movies that Gina did following Transylvania 65000 with Jeff Goldblum. I learned from the DVD commentary, which I believe is on your Blu-ray too, Chris.
Yes.
That is where Mel Brooks saw Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis for the first time and thought, "Oh, that's who I'm going to get and put in The Fly." So he showed them to David Cronenberg. Cronenberg casts Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum together in the Fly.
Yeah.
So if we didn't have Transylvania 65000, we wouldn't have Jeff and Gina in Cronenberg's The Fly.
There you go.
Thelma and Louise, obviously, probably what is Gina Davis's. I mean, maybe. I just about called it. There's no crying in baseball. A League of Their Own.
Oh, League of Their Own.
So good.
Dude, they should have fucking called it that. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, no crying in baseball. That's a good title. League of Their Own and Thelma and Louise, probably some of the most iconic Gina Davison performances.
I honestly throw Beetlejuice up there, man. I think as far as like eyeballs seen and cultural significance, I think Beetlejuice is up there with those two.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
I love A Long Kiss Goodnight. Have you guys seen that one?
Oh,
Shane Jackson.
Kidding me?
The Shane Black.
Yeah.
But I saw it after your recommendation, Brandon, and I did.
Okay.
It. Yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
I like those Shane Black movies though, the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and the Good Nice Guys, whatever. I'm into that. And he's a hell of a writer, obviously.
I think Gina Davis should have had more of an action career.
Yeah.
There's a little bit in Cutthroat Island. It's like a pirate action movie, a pirate adventure movie she does after. Not quite as successful, but watching her in Long Kiss Goodnight, I'm like, man, she could have done some more.
She
acting.
Carries it.
Yeah,
I agree. She carries it.
I liked Cutthroat Island. I was always a big Rennie Harlan fan. I love like all Rennie's earlier movies. Like Fort Fairlane's another underappreciated gem that I feel like is so well directed.
Is that the Andrew Dice Clay one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually agree with that. That's a very interesting movie. I don't know if it's a good movie or not, but it is very interesting. It's captivating. It's provocative.
And he really, a lot of times, like directors, filmmakers, they don't have time to do this. You could see the care that he took in that movie because there's a lot of really creative scene transitions. And, you can't just wing that. There's a lot of cool camera work.
No, that's true.
And
I think it's his, he was a music video guy first, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how we got him? Yeah.
And
so visually,
I remember he got Die Hard 2 from Fort Fairlane, but he had to like rush Die Hard 2, and they both came out the same summer of in 90,
what?
Yeah, was it 90 or 91? 90. Summer 90.
That sounds right.
I feel like Die Hard was 90, wasn't it? Or was that 88?
Fort Fairlane got dumped in July, and it was like, nope, it came and went. Nobody even knew about it. And it was weird because Dice at the time, it was peak Dice. He was selling out Madison Square Garden. He was like a comedy phenomenon but sometimes it doesn't translate to the movies, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't go to the movie.
I think I found Rennie with Freddy 4 when he did the fourth Freddy movie.
First, right? That's great.
Yeah. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite of the Freddy of Nightmare series.
It's a visual smorgasbord.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. But I think it's what you were talking about that, like that visual sense. He's driven by the visual sense of the directing. Came into play for sure in that movie.
Yeah. It's so fun to watch.
Which is why a lot of music video directors become feature film directors. I mean, my frame of reference is always David Fincher. David Fincher.
How did he move story better than some of the other ones? Some of the other ones are only visual stimulant. It's like you have all these amazing things, but the story doesn't line up.
Oh, I see. You're saying David Fincher has both capabilities.
Yeah, David Fincher.
And the story. Yes.
He is like his storytelling is insanely good.
Yeah, his storytelling might be better than his visual filmmaking, and his visual filmmaking is one of the best.
Yeah,
that's
his
how
ability
crazy.
to get under your skin is like, ugh.
Yeah.
He dials it back sometimes. Like, would you say when I'm thinking of Fincher, Fight Club's where he let it all out. Like Fight Club is such a
or
visual,
Seven too.
Yeah. And then sometimes he dials it back depending on what stories, I guess.
Can you think of one of the dial it back ones? Because I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, the Netflix one.
The Killer. Oh, Mank.
Yes, Mank. I couldn't. It was on the tip. I was going to say.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, Mank.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. He plays the writer of Citizen Kane. What is his name? Something Mankiewicz. I can't remember his first name right now. But
I'm embarrassed that I couldn't remember Mank.
Yeah, it's all black and white. It is very much a subdued David Fincher movie. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's almost forgettable as a David Fincher movie. Not to say that it's like I don't know. I've seen it the one time. I don't revisit Mank very often.
Okay.
If I'm feeling Fincher fever, it's all Zodiac for me. I love Zodiac. That's what I want to step into that world for an afternoon.
I love how slow Zodiac moves. It's just such a like you're just on this ride. Oh, I love that movie.
Oh boy. Yep. Cannot wait till we get to A Blockbuster Year 2007 so we can talk about Zodiac.
I'm gonna wear that joke out. Every time I bring up another movie from another year.
I'm really looking forward to the Adventures of Cliff Booth from Fincher.
Yes, me too.
Oh, me too.
Do
we have a release on that?
November.
Do we know when it's coming out?
November.
Oh, November. Oh, so okay, so good. It's happening.
It goes theatrical before it hits Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And, they're proving they could have done that Warner Brothers deal. They're like, fuck you.
Oh
we can release in theaters.
Karan Karagulian is in it, who is in all the Sean movies. He's like, you know how Pixar uses.
Oh yes.
Pixar uses Ratzenberg.
John Ratzenberg.
Yeah.
And Sean uses Karan because they go back to all the early days at NYU as well. And
yes.
Karan had the biggest role in Anora. I thought he was quite.
Yes, he was Toros.
Yes.
But he's the handler. He's the handler of the kid in the main kid in Anora. He's the taxi driver in Tangerine.
He's Renegade Pictures and Starlet. Who Melissa flips out on and in Florida Project, very small, he's the owner of the motel.
Yes, he owns the Magic Castle. Yes, and he comes in and I love he talks to Willem Dafoe a lot. He's wonderful. That's cool that he's going to be in Cliff Booth. That's awesome.
I'm excited for it to see him in it.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
I'm excited to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again in preparation to watch Cliff Booth, because I didn't enjoy that the first time through, and then the second time on, it's become one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Again, probably thanks to Brandon. I think I just my life was in a place where we probably just didn't absorb it properly the first time.
Speaking of Anora, Mikey Madison. Is one of the one of the people at the end. I don't want to spoil it if people haven't gotten around to Once Upon a Time, but it's iconic.
That's the thing I want to. We're not here to like kiss Sean's ass, but the one thing I will always kiss is that, or just praise him for, is that he's so fortunate where he has the trust that's so hard to get in Hollywood, because like. I'm trying to do these things, right? And I use Mikey Madison, because she was in Scream, and then she did a little bit parts, very memorable parts, but not an A-lister, not a household name. And it's so difficult to convince the people who write the checks to trust you, because they want to make the lookbooks and they want to show an IMDb page. Look at this guy. His total grosses are this much money, and it just makes me sick. And I can't take this side of the business. And it's like, you need guys like him to just be able to say, no, she's right. We're using her. Same thing with Haley.
Metrics be damned, because they're all looking at the metrics at the studios.
Impossible. I'm trying right now so hard to get who's right for these little projects, very small budget. And they just, it's an uphill battle that I don't know if I can win. They will not let me. And I'm getting to the point where I'm drawing a line where I don't want to make the movie if I can't use.
You can't get the right person.
Like from Instagram, we found Haley Bria Benate, who played Haley in the Florida Project. Sean saw her on Instagram, and she was who we were envisioning. But it's so hard to let them allow us to do that. It's very frustrating. Anyway, you brought her up, so it should.
But even Mikey Madison had a few years on Better Things, the Pamela Adlon show, which she was incredible on, and that's the first thing I ever saw her in, and she was so good in that show that I was like, oh yeah, like I will watch anything that I see that actress in, because she was so good on this TV show.
I am that way too, Brandon. It's almost like finding a new band. You're like, ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm gonna buy their next album. The one after that.
So true. Yeah. Plus, it's kind of fun to make people household names instead of just being like, who's the it girl? I don't know. I'm not interested in that. I
so with you on that.
Well, and to be honest, there's got to be something to like. So again, talking about Mikey Madison, she was on a FX TV show, which means that she's kind of already made it, but she still is very early in her career, and she's looking for these opportunities ultimately to kind of prove herself and get work, and she's hungry, right? She wants to do good work. She is very talented. So then when she gets these opportunities, like to work with Tarantino or to work with Sean Baker, she not only, I'm sure she's excited about the opportunities, but she also gets the ability to sort of to prove herself. And then it works out for her and she wins an Academy Award. Like the trajectory is kind of is incredible, right?
Yeah, as opposed to like, if you get, I'm just going to call it a lookbook star. If these producers who only look at the numbers, and let's just say pull any star, they get that star, but they're just going to be, they're just dialing it in for the money. They're not trying to do what you just said.
Yeah.
So it has the reverse effect where, you'll see a big star in a small indie movie and maybe it just feels like they're phoning it in and they're not the best choice.
Or it feels like a trick that the studio or producers are trying to pull on the audience by saying like, if we put this person in, guaranteed their following is going to come and see this movie. It's not really about talent or the person being right for the role or for the project. It's just like,
they're using us.
It's a guaranteed built-in audience if we put them in this movie.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
I don't like it.
No, I prefer the finding Dow chemicals way to make a movie.
Yeah.
That was ingenious.
To quote the great Sinbad from Jingle All the Way, it's a sick world we live in. Sick world.
Yes. Sinbad is not quoted enough, so thank you, God. He needs to be quoted more.
Somehow that came up, by the way, this week in a Comic-Con. Phil was telling Jingle All the Way stories, so he needs to come back on this podcast just to tell you some of his Jingle on the Way Arnold stories. He has quite a few.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine. Are you allowed to relay one? I'm so curious.
Oh my gosh! I'll let Phil tell them here on this channel. But you and I will know one another off air, Chris.
Okay.
We're neighbors, for God's sake.
Okay.
Yeah. And clearly similarly minded and interested.
Yes. We gotta ride Supercharged when it opens and do it.
Yes, yeah. You guys can scream. You guys can scream the Jingle All the Way stories on Fast and the Furious Supercharged and disrupt the neighbors.
I was going to say, Brandon, do you know what he's referencing?
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
It's all over the newspaper and the news and everything else around here. They just opened the Fast and the Furious ride. Soft opened it here at Universal Studios, and where I'm located is like 2 blocks away in an area called Toluca Lake. And it's all over the papers that the residents are complaining because they're just screaming. And it's like somehow projected. I guess they built all these like shields to protect the sound, but I guess it megaphones it out or something. So some meetings are going to have to be had. Yeah, we're going to have to figure it out.
It's not. Oh, they delayed it. There's no date now. Some team members that work there got to do the soft opening, but they closed the gates, and now we're all waiting to see when this thing opens.
They're just going to build a big box around it, big brick building around the whole ride now.
Well, it's the article I read. They took a lot of precautions to try to prevent.
You know what they're going to do? Universal is going to take the IMAX blimp technology that Christopher Nolan used to shoot the Odyssey, and they're going to supersize it, and they're going to put it around the Fast and the Furious ride. That's my theory.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic. I hope that they do that. It's a marvel though, because think about it. They built this coaster on a side of a mountain.
A hillside, yeah.
They built it nowhere. There wasn't room. There was not room where they put this.
It's a cliffside, like on a huge angle with nothing but shrubbery and trees built on it.
Right. They dug into,
and it goes over the stairwell where people are walking. It's cool.
Yeah, dude. All right. From my pool deck, if I were to take this camera out there right now, you could look up at it. You see Hogwarts, you see the old Back to the Future ride, and now there's this twisting, mongling roller coaster. I don't know why anyone's surprised at the noise. It now is bigger than Universal.
Yeah.
That's
cool. I can't wait to ride it in 3 years.
when all the
yeah, when they
legal
figured out
stuff's
when they
over.
build the blimp technology.
Nice.
All right. Another person we've kind of briefly talked about, which is another household name, is Michael Richards. Obviously, that's Kramer from Seinfeld. He is doing a lot in this movie. And another thing that I learned about Michael Richards on the commentary is every bit that you see Michael Richards do in this movie is created by him. Nothing that he does, the doll,
I believe it.
Yes, the smell this, which I will say that had me going. When he's making Ed Begley Jr. smell everything, and then he picks up like the ashtray, the glass, smell this, smells good. That's good stuff.
And you watch Goldblum trying to hold it back.
Yes, he's definitely laughing, and they just left it in. The little kiddie ride that he rides when Ed Begley Jr. opens up the closet, Michael Richards saw that when they were out shopping for gags like the doll and all these they went out and they went shopping for him to find all these gags and things that he could use for the movie. He saw that in the department store and said, can we get that? And production arranged to bring that little kid's toy to the set for that bit where Ed Begley Jr. opens the door.
Insane. It's like the DNA of Kramer being formed. Because even the way he like walks into rooms is like, you know, the precursor to Kramer.
Yes.
These bizarre entrances and the pratfalls that he's doing. It's insane.
And all fully controlled, like a physical comedy genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way he can slip on that banana peel and be totally fine, like he's in full control. And that's all this very similar things that he was doing on Fridays, right?
Yes. Yes.
And
he's also a large man. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a very tall dude.
It's funny you say that because again, on the commentary, Rudy DeLuca is talking about how I cast all of these incredibly tall people. Jeff Goldblum over 6 feet, Ed Begley Jr. over 6 feet, Michael Richards, Gina Davis, John Bologna. They're all tall people.
Yeah. But the thing is I am fascinated, and that's what I love about this movie is that he had the trust in him as a performer. You know, maybe other people would just be like, all right, you're going too far. That's too weird. No, they just let him run wild. And I think that's really cool. The confidence there on Richards and also the trust with DeLuca to let him.
Yeah. Well, and I what I think is interesting about what like Michael Richards brings to this movie is I guarantee you there is people who think the doll bit at the front door is the funniest thing they've ever seen. And then I'm sure there's people that are like, it doesn't really work for me. But I think that's the kind of magic is his full commitment to that bit.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. Oh, well, I could see through it. It's funny how you were saying, Kramer's being born. And I just see how much this is Michael Richards. Michael Richards is just being like, this is him. This is his happy place. He's being allowed to explore the space.
I'll say, like, I think the smelling bit is hilarious. I agree. I don't know if the doll bit fully works for me.
For me,
but I appreciate
maybe it could have been edited differently or something. It doesn't work for me. And then he opens the door. It's like, it was all a performance. Like, it doesn't even work story-wise for me.
Well, that's just I wanted to get into this with this movie because I just feel like and I don't even know if it's just me reading too much into it, but you can read into a lot of subtext in this movie that like when
I might be missing stuff that you have.
No, I think it's just me being insane. And it's not even me. It's not even me. Like, I don't want to be like in film school, right? Like in film school, it was some of these classes that were
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they studied Transylvania 65000 in film school.
No, but they did like A New Hope.
The Godfather 2, Transylvania 65000.
I wish. Then it would have been worth every penny. Yeah. I remember them. One of the classes was talking about that the Star Destroyer that we open A New Hope with is a phallic symbol. I'm like, it's not. Dude,
it's not.
Come on, you're reaching. But with this, so I don't want to be
more like a big space dick, I think.
Space dick. The original
Actually,
title.
that was the original title.
I get
That's
it.
the same joke I was making.
Star Wars Episode 4 Space Kick.
Yeah, that's where the title Spaceballs came from. It was original.
No, but the thing is, so not reading into it that much, but I do think he's performing for them. He's always sort of like trying to impress them. He wants to either be
Okay.
That's interesting.
I do see that as being interesting because he is kind of playing the Igor character, right? Like he's like this guy who's sort of is the house manager, the fucking door guy, whatever else. But he can't be anything near that because we're doing something totally different.
And
okay, I'll go with that in that he's just quirky and trying to like.
He's attention seeking. Right?
I didn't think of that.
Performer.
I didn't think of that my first
Maybe
time.
he knows that they're reporters and he's trying to impress them. Maybe he wants them to, because everybody in this movie is sort of, when you think about it, like not, and this is not unformulated things. I just watched it for the first time in a few years yesterday. And was trying to analyze it where it's like a lot of the people, well, most of the characters in this movie are like not who they want to be. So like you have the monster side of things, but they're not really monsters, but they are
they're more of a freak show.
They're just regular people.
They're just regular people. Really, is ultimately what the movie culminates to.
That's exactly what it is.
Bloom, he wants to be taken seriously as a reporter, but he's stuck for this rag doing the sensationalist things. For Norman Fell, who's also great in the movie.
Genius. I wish we could have seen more of him.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish he came.
Where is Transylvania? Over there somewhere.
And yes, everybody's trying to be, I think, something else. Like that. Even our antagonists, right? The police chief and Jeffrey Jones. They want to have the tourists come, so they're trying to put a fake front on as well. Everybody has a dualities going on here. I don't know. Maybe this is half-baked analysis, but
no, I like it.
Hey, this is why we brought a screenwriter. Yeah, exactly.
Extrapolate
I wonder if that is what the intent was. I wonder if that was on DeLuca's mind when he was writing, or it just worked out that way.
Yeah, well, and maybe it's not even that, it is a subconscious thing that he was putting into it, right? And maybe that's something that even Michael Richards subconsciously or consciously saw in the material and went, okay, this character is going to be a performer. He wants to show off for the newspaper. He thinks that these they're going to write an article about their experience here. They got to talk about how good of a performer I was, right?
Right. Yeah. And
Fejos.
Yeah, Fejos. But then when he pronounces, like, his name is Fejos, but then when he's telling him his name and he starts drifting into like weird pronunciation, and Ed Begley's like, sorry, I don't understand. I don't know, is that supposed to be his last name? I'm trying to wonder what.
And that is what seemed like classic Michael Richards to me.
Yeah.
Just the gibberish. Yeah. Another one of my favorite jokes in the movie is also delivered by Michael Richards when Ed Begley Jr. opens the closet and he asks him, "Did you see Dracula when it first came out?" That's a good joke.
Yeah. No, he's amazing in it. Everybody, but then just like, okay, there's all these sub movies within the movie. Can we talk about what's going on with John Byron and Carol Kane? Radu is John Byron, and she's help me with Carol Kane's character.
Loopy.
Oh yeah, Loopy.
Yes.
And he's just
and they're clearly romantically involved, but all of that entire kitchen scene improvised.
Amazing.
And part of it is the way that Rudy DeLuca explains it on the commentary is like the set was so big and they just wanted to like use the whole, because it was like an actual kitchen, like an industrial type kitchen in this castle where they shot in Yugoslavia. They just wanted to use it. So they just set John Byron and Carol Kane into this kitchen and they just improvised that whole scene. And that's why she grabs like the strainer, and it's just to fill space and time.
Loves him so much, and she just wants to help him, and he wants none of it. And But it's also, think about it. I mean, again, like this is what I'm talking about, the underrated stuff. Like there was clearly, even Radu, John Byron has an arc where he finally learns to not call people master, and he stands up straight at the end and demands respect. I get chills. I get chills.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he is the Igor or the Igor. I always say
I guess
Igor,
you're right. That would be more like him.
I always say Igor because of Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Igor.
I always have to remember that that's not actually the character's name, Igor. John Byner is actually more of the Igor type character in this story because he physically walks with the arch back.
It's true. Yeah.
What Young Frankenstein. Oh boy.
See, I make the designation of Igor as well, but because that's the comedic role with Marty Feldman. Igor is not very funny in the movie Frankenstein. So you know what I mean? Like he is more like Igor than Igor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I see the connection you're making.
Yeah. Not just to the Frankenstein story.
Yeah. It's just, there's just certain things that I have to always remember. One is that the character's name is Igor, not Igor. And the other one is that Santa Claus is not spelt with an E at the end. And that
my God.
Because of the Tim Allen movie.
Tim Allen, yeah.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus. Whenever I write out Santa Claus, I have to remember there's no E at the end.
Just shift your focus to 1985 Santa Claus the movie. Isn't that an 85 movie?
Yes, we did cover that.
Yeah.
We did cover Santa Claus, the movie.
Yeah. With the correct spelling.
Carol Kane, we've talked a little bit about the Muppet movie. She is in Taxi with Andy Kaufman. Speaking of Michael Richards, one of the most famous Fridays episodes with Andy Kaufman, and him and Andy Kaufman throwing water at each other live on television.
Gosh, I gotta see. I never saw that.
It's parodied on, well, not parodied, but they do it on Man on the Moon.
Yeah, recreated in Man on the Moon with Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald plays the Michael Richards parts. Yes,
that's right.
Yeah, it was a famous bit where Andy Kaufman just dropped character, and then they had an altercation on TV, and whether it was set up or whether it was.
Supposedly the story is the network was in on it, which is unusual, but the rest of the cast was not.
Yes.
And then Bob Zmuda comes in as the stage director, and he gets punched out, so he shows he's in. I think it was everybody but the cast.
Yes.
Supposedly how Bob Zmuda tells it. Yeah.
But yeah, Carol
I still think he could be alive.
Yeah, he could be. Carol Kane is in 26 episodes of Taxi. She played, I can't remember her character's name, but but she comes from the same foreign country that Latka comes from. Scrooge, we sort of talked about. Where is
so good in Scrooged? I couldn't think of it either, and what her name is. It was Latka is Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, Latka Gravis is Andy Kaufman.
When those two would go at it in their foreign tongue.
Yes.
Nothing funnier. We have no idea what they're saying, but them just going at it, so good.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like it today. So classic.
Yeah, imagine that on television today. Like it just doesn't exist. Well, and you would need to make a fake country to do it today because somebody would get offended.
Do you guys think that, like, I know things change, times change, and tastes for the most part change. But it seems like nowadays, I mean, comedies are making a comeback, but absurdist comedies are tough. And the reason why I bring this up is because, do you know what my favorite movie, and I'm not joking, like my favorite movie of this year so far is, do I have it here somewhere?
I'm anticipation.
I was going to do a hold up, but I don't. Oh, here we go.
Disclose your day. Oh.
No. The Napa Boys.
The Napa Boys. So I haven't seen that yet because it's not available in Canada. I love the people involved in that movie so much.
And it's comedy is subjective. And what I'm laughing out loud at, people might be, War and the Ape was like that. I showed people and it's crickets. And it's like, it's okay. It's just different sensibilities to respond to what's funny. And so this clicks into my frequency, and it's very similar in the tone of the absurdist stuff like Michael Richards, Transylvania, and they both have wine festivals at the end. So it actually would be a good double feature, Napa Boys and Transylvania. But nobody. I
really want to see it.
I wonder if absurdist comedy is just not palatable anymore to people.
I think that it is, and I think
that it is too.
Well,
I know that I'm biased because like comedy and comedy movies are my number one. That's what I watch the most of. That's what I would feel I'm the biggest fan of is comedy movies. So for example, the Napa Boys, I know all of those people who are in the Napa Boys from their other their projects. Mike Mitchell from the Doughboys podcast, Paul Rust, who wrote with Paul Rubens Pee-wee's Big Holiday.
It's great in Napa Boys.
Love him.
And Napa Boys, if people should look it up. It's a movie. It is, how do you explain it? It's like a series of wine movies, a film series, and this is like one of the later entries. Oh, it's like American Pie. It's like you know how there's like 7 American Pie movies. Right. If you were to just watch the 7th American Pie movie without seeing all the other movies, it's like all of the cameos and references. So they're basically doing this like late entry into this Napa Boys wine comedy that has never actually existed before. So this
is very Gary Shandling, very like, remember when he did his anniversary show, but he never actually had a talk show, but they did a fake 25-year anniversary show.
Yeah,
I love that kind of very Super Davey kind of. Absurdist is the best word for it, I guess.
Totally. And I guess you would say it's right up there. Like if anyone out there loved Wet Hot American Summer, then you can't miss this. It's the same.
True. So that's what I was going to bring up in retort to your saying it doesn't work. I was always until this year, every time I've been to Comic-Con has been with David Wain and John Stern and Rob Corddry and Paul Scheer and all of those guys. All of their projects have always been, I would consider, like absurdist, from Children's Hospital to Wet Hot American Summer or Burn in Love, any of that stuff.
Burn in amazing, and even Wainy Days is a huge. I love Wainy Days.
This is one of my favorite comedies.
John Stern this week.
Oh, it's so good. Thursday. They came together. It's so good.
They came together is one of the greatest comedy movies ever made, and I think it is so underrated. But look at you've got Amy Poehler and Paul Rudd. This movie should have been huge.
It should have been huge.
Nobody saw it.
This movie is so funny.
Great story.
And New York City is like the third character in this one.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And David Wain has a cameo in Napa Boys, so it's great that they got him to. And he's more. David Wain is more Wainy in Napa Boys than in his cameo in his own movie Gail Daughtry this summer.
I haven't had a chance to see that either. It hasn't come close enough to me.
Is he not in all his movies? I feel like he does cameos in a lot of them.
Let's see. That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't actually know much of his work, to be honest. We just worked on a lot of it.
Yeah. He's probably cameoing in most of his movies, but
because whenever we did that, we used to do the stage shows like Sketchfest in San Francisco and stuff like that with everybody, and he would always perform with all of the casts. He wasn't just producing from backstage or the wings. So it seemed to me like, everybody knows him. He's just one of the troupe.
Oh yeah, because he's from the State, the TV show, right?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. See what I mean?
Carrie Kinney Silver, Ken Marino, Tom Lennon, Robert Ben Garrett,
Ian, all those... Ian Michael Hall, whatever his name is.
Michael Ian Black.
Michael Ian Hall. Michael Ian Black. Yeah, that's right.
Michael Ian Black.
Anthony Michael Hall was not in it. You're right. Correct. I confused the two.
Yeah, they all started at like wasn't it NYU?
Yeah, they were a few years ahead of us.
Yeah, it was NYU, and then they were just doing sketch, and then they got this TV show, The State, which is hilarious, and then they go on, and I guess like Reno 911 is probably the big thing that blew up most of those people, and then David Wain starts making the movies. They got Wet Hot American Summer, Role Models is a David Wain movie, Wanderlust.
Love Wanderlust.
Yeah, Wanderlust.
Love Wanderlust. It's an adorable movie.
So it's good. Yeah. Hopefully these things, sometimes even like, remember Austin Powers, that took a while. It wasn't huge, the first one in the theaters, then had the afterlife on home video. So maybe these movies take some time.
You're kind of right about that. The home video, and then that second one with Heather Graham, that one just blew the
people
up.
were ready by that point. It found
it was a global sensation at that point. Yeah.
Well, and to be honest, the way the industry goes is I think it's smaller budgets like Gail Daughtry or Napa Boys, where like the real absurdist, like really funny hardcore comedy stuff lives, because nobody is willing to put in $50 million into a goofy absurdist comedy, because they're not going to make their money back unless they are able to sell it to some streamer or something, right? It becomes this cultural phenomenon. But a couple of $1 million, and you're shooting in LA, you have access to some of the funniest people in the world, because they're all gravitating towards, through their groundlings or the UCB improv theater, like all of those people involved in that, they're some of the funniest people in the world. Look at the success of Dropout, the streaming, the comedy improv streaming platform. I'm a huge fan of it. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's basically Dropout TV. Yeah, it's a streaming platform. It primarily started as like improv comedy. There was a game show called Make Some Noise where they give 3 improvisers these prompts and they do little funny mini improv scenes as like a game show. And then it has led into many other shows, but one of the crazy ones is Game Changer, where the every episode is a different type of game and the contestants don't know what type of game they're playing. The only way they can find out how the game works is to start playing it.
Oh my God.
And the budget has got so insane on this Game Changer show, but all of the comedians on this show are LA based improv comedians, and they are taking the world over right now because Dropout is so big.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. And that is where I think like the absurd comedy is kind of bubbling up again, because I know that this Dropout streaming channel is very financially successful, because there's so many little weirdos out there that
so that's
me included, that pay our $9.99 a month to watch all of these improvisers make this wacky comedy on this platform that feels like a cool new thing that is like directly to me.
You guys like Melissa Villaseñor?
I love her on SNL. She was so great.
I totally agree, and she's great at improv and stand-up, and she's hosting a new podcast now too. But the Two Amigos, they call it. But I consider most of her comedy absurdist, even the stuff about herself, the way her opinions and her, her kind of just whatever it is kind of like, it's so her that it would be absurdist to anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite current cast member is Sarah Sherman on SNL right now, and that is great. That's a full-blown weirdo, and I love her.
Yes, I love that you said that, full-blown weirdo. You can go full-blown weirdo. You're allowed to do that.
I went and saw her live, and Sarah Sherman sells barf bags.
That's so cool.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it says I saw Sarah Sherman live and in the flesh, and all I got was this ugly barf bag.
Love that.
Pretty good.
I want one.
It was like $5 at her merch table. I was like, yeah, I'm getting that paper bag. So I think that there is an audience for these weird, quirky comedies, but it really is part of like that indie film market, right? All the Napa Boys specifically, they have other podcasts that they do, and they're very successful but they need to sell the shit out of Napa Boys, right? They need to be on there talking about how it's on video on demand. It's coming out to theaters. So like, going to your local movie theater and asking them to play the Napa Boys.
Yeah, no, and it's the kind of movie
the work is still involved. Go ahead, Chris. What were you saying?
No, Jay was raising his hand. So.
Oh, well, no, I would like to hear from you. I would much rather hear from the guest. My question was going to be a different absurdist thing.
No, I was just going to say that this movie, I really hope the guys that made this continue to do screenings around, because they were touring everywhere. And when I got to see it, I saw it more than once in the theater because it was so fun to see with a packed house and just laugh at this crazy stuff that I didn't think was possible that I would ever see on a big screen again. You know what I mean? Like, because there's some raunchy stuff in there and un-PC stuff, and it just feels like of another time that I didn't know we were still allowed to make movies. So it feels like, you know what this feels like? It feels like a movie that has not one studio executive note, and it's cathartic because I've spent a lot of years dealing with that, and I'm trying to get away from that now, and I want to go more in the Napa Boys direction in the future. You just can't. You go to these meetings and
lose the committee.
Yeah, I mean it's maddening. You're trying to get a job, and you're going around in circles working for free, trying to book a job, but then ultimately won't book it after 6 months because, you know, for one reason or another, I just couldn't. I mean, you learn why movies suck. You know, you learn that there's a lot of uncreative people that are imposing rules that.
Yeah, a lot of fingers and pies.
Yeah.
Not everything is just a bad movie because it was made. It wasn't conceived as a bad movie. It started out as a good movie, and then a lot of people had their input that maybe shouldn't have their input put into the film, and it kills these things, right?
Yeah.
There was an article about John Cusack today where the interview was, he said he stopped making, but like, why did you stop making movies or whatever? And he said, I got tired of making, you know, art by committee.
I get it.
So I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it. He got tired of the fucking everything you just brought up.
Yeah, and that's all you hear about, you know, big studio movies having to answer to people in positions of power, business positions, and it gets difficult to deal with, and it kills creativity, and
it kills creativity, and it also, you know, I can't just, some people, you know, bless their hearts, they can just write what they are told, and it's a job, and I need to write from my heart. And, you know, my ultimate dream was to get a, you know, Disney movie adaptation, and I was actually in rooms pitching some, because there's still so much untapped stuff, you know. And you'll be in a room and you're talking about a ride, and you realize like no one in the room's even been on the ride, and so you're saying details about what I want to put in the movie, tying it into, you know, what I would want to see as a fan. And they'll say things like, you know, we don't need that, they'll get rid of it and change the ride for what we do. And then it's like, no, I don't want to be, the entire Disney community will have my head if we don't do that. So I don't want to be involved with a movie that's not going to be done respectfully. It's about respecting IP. That's why I love Cobra Kai. I always use that as an example. Those guys respected the hell out of the IP so much that they actually plus Karate Kid 3, like the one that people like, they made that better.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to.
Dude, that tree on the cliff, though. I mean, that's a good movie. I always like that third one.
No, me too. Tree on the cliff. I know. It's those bullies were terrible.
Yes.
So anyway, it gets a little crazy trying to do these things. So that's why I don't know anymore. I want to go back to the Tangerine level, shooting on iPhones, just doing. This way we fail on our own terms. If we fail, at least it's a movie that I don't have to say, oh no, I didn't want to do that. They wanted me to. I don't want to do that.
I might be wrong about this. I feel like we're in a resurgence of self-funded, you know, the projects that you're saying, oh, I want to go back to. I feel like people are finding ways to do it now, whether it's Yugoslavia money or whatever it happens to be. You know, we brought up that the Goodnight Show is a little talk show thing, but it's a guy who does it not far from where you live, out of his house, but he's got a 33-person staff, and they run, and the former showrunner from The Daily Show and like they're doing a real thing because he raised X amount of dollars in order to do it for a year. But he did it himself without the studios, without the systems, without the networks, without everything you're talking about, all of the bullshit. So now it's him and his showrunner deciding what each show is, and they put it out each week. And I think it's going to work. I think it's going to go because of all of the reasons that you just said, not just the creators who are sick of it, but the audience, like Brandon was saying earlier, where you think you can just plug in so-and-so, I'm going to watch your fucking movie. No, it doesn't work that way. Not anymore when you can watch anything
we can see through
all
it
at
now.
once. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
the
think
old
so,
system's not going to work much longer.
I think that not just on comedy level, on all genres, right? Because I mean that's what's happened with Marvel and all this countless Star Wars shows, and it's like they just water it down, and it turns everybody away, and it's sad. It's sad because everything feels like everything I used to love is kind of been destroyed. It's sad.
Yeah, I feel like my grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in my
I don't even
day,
recognize this world anymore. Yeah.
in my day, they used to put absurd comedies in the theater.
Yeah. Like
they cost a nickel.
No, but I'm sorry to be a downer. There's still some great things like we talked about today.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying, and I think the industry as a whole is also agreeing, or the people watching these movies, they're agreeing because the conversation about like where have the comedies gone, right? Obviously they get put on streaming, but it just doesn't feel the same. Right?
No,
you can't go.
You're
to
not
the theater
sitting in there with hundreds of other people laughing
and
together, having that moment.
Exactly.
That's the fun of, like I said, with Napa Boys. You're in a theater and it's this communal experience. Everybody's laughing and sharing this discovery.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
To walk out of there.
To ride the wave, and then for a writer to watch and listen to that wave and know, what hits and what landed.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
You know what? For me, you say that. That's my favorite thing, Jay. Like when we did. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we were lucky enough to have Tangerine premiere at Sundance, right? I remember Sean couldn't even go. We were like on that, we had pits in our stomach. We don't know how this is going to fly. And then we didn't know when that first screening happened how it was going because we didn't hear laughter at parts that we thought were funny.
You weren't in the room.
No, I was in the room. It's just that the audience wasn't laughing. And then we did the first Q&A, and the two leads, Maya and Kiki, I remember saying, like, talking about the comedy, talking about how she wanted it to be more funny and was guiding us there, but without crossing any disrespectful lines and such like that. So I remember the fascinating thing. It was the first time I ever experienced this because, it's the second movie that I got out of my head on a screen. And there were 5 screenings at Sundance. And then it was so cool because I went to all 5 and one audience laughed at that. It landed. No laughter. That's fine. But then another audience, they didn't laugh at that, but they laughed at this. And it's like, wow, okay, everyone's getting something different out of it. And I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But at least people were starting to laugh and things were landing. That was really I was like
making connections.
Okay, some people are realizing this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
It's a really cool feeling to see the audiences laugh at this or that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
seeing if they get your intention, whatever you intended for that moment.
Yeah, and I mean, people are gonna think different things are funny. Some people, like I said, some people think the doll is funny. Some people don't think the doll is funny.
What's funny about the doll, more than the doll though, is if you go back and watch the thing that's really a laugh out loud for me is when he closes the door and he's doing, it's just like, you idiot, you stupid idiot, and it's just like the way he repeats it, I don't know, it just gets me.
I mean the leg gag later is very funny, after he does the hand. The hand I saw coming a mile away. But the leg gag was funny.
And then it sets up when it's his real leg, and then he thinks it's a fake leg.
Yeah,
his real leg. It's all, and also the little things. Like I laughed last night because I forgot she's on the date. Teresa Genzel, they're having dinner. Her and Jeff Goldblum. She's talking about her ex hitting with the wine bottle, and then later on she uses the wine bottle again.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
It's not really, you know, it's not like shot in a close up. It's like if it's there if you want. It's like a kind of a cool callback. That's her thing. She hits guys with the wine bottle. Little things like that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. That's great.
Yeah, so underrated. If I ever teach a course in school, I want it to be on.
Yeah, you're gonna get Transylvania 65000 in the syllabus.
Do we?
Transylvania. Yeah.
Are we going to mention at some point that Glenn Miller Band did Pennsylvania 65000?
Yeah, that's all in my
Okay.
So the title does come from the Glenn Miller song Pennsylvania 65000, which is the song that appears in the credits of this movie, except they say Transylvania 65000 in the credits.
It also comes up anytime the phone rings. It's the jingle. Yes. It's like it goes up throughout.
Yeah. We're getting a bit of an echo, Chris, here.
Oh, is that me again?
Yeah.
I wonder why that happened. Something's changed.
I think it might be an internet thing. Let's just try that again. Let's just try another sign out and sign back in. But Jay, you might lose audio when that happens.
All right, I'll see you guys in a sec.
Yeah, all good. Can you still hear me?
It's okay, though. I won't reboot everything this time. Last time I rebooted everything. I'll just refresh this.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Again, another technical difficulty. This happens. We are doing an internet-based show, but the conversation has been wonderful. The insights into the industry. I mean, we're talking to someone who has made some big movies with big people for big, directors, Academy Award winning. So it's all so fascinating. Jay Ryan, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Perfect. We'll just wait for, yes, I can. Wait for Chris to get back in here. Maybe it's just an internet thing. Let's see how we sounding. Oh,
okay. Here I am. You guys sound good.
Yeah.
You sound
You're
good
even
again
clearer
too.
than you were before too.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing, but
I know it's so weird. Doesn't make any sense. I can't stand this world of ones and zeros. I know.
I know.
I know I talk about it all the time, but I apprenticed at 30 Rock. You plug something in, you turn it on, and it works. If it doesn't, you replace that thing. And that was it. Solid state. I don't understand this world. You do all the prep in the world, and then it may or may not work.
I did. I checked the internet before because I didn't want this to happen, and I
Excuse
checked.
my language.
Anyway,
you look and sound great.
So I hope you're not upset because I did try to do this. It literally
not
strong internet connection, so I made sure.
We are so happy you're here, Chris. No one's upset.
I know this has been incredible. This exceeded my expectations.
Oh,
where were we? Jeffrey Jones. We talked a little bit about Beetlejuice, Howard the Duck, Ferris Bueller. Most people know him about. Kind of a bad man. But gave some great performances before we found out how bad he was.
Doesn't that suck when you let it messes with your head because you like somebody from the movies and then in real life,
I'll be honest, what makes me mad is that Paul Rubens got pulled into his bullshit, and it's one of the things that people always assume that Paul Rubens got in trouble for child-based, photos, but that's not the case, right? That's not what he got in trouble for. He got in trouble for
he just got in trouble for going to the movies.
Yeah, for public indecency in an adult theater. But because of his connection to Jeffrey Jones and his friendship, it got all misconstrued. So I just always like to say, that's not. Paul Rubens had nothing to do with anything in child photography that Jeffrey Jones got in trouble with. But I still watch Beetlejuice. I still watch Ferris Bueller, and I just think all the time, what a jerk.
I don't like to bring this up often, but this feels like the moment where I have to give my opinion on this Beetlejuice 2 situation. I have a vendetta against Beetlejuice 2, not because it's not a good movie, but because of their choice to heavily feature his character.
His likeness. Yeah.
his character, and then they even use his likeness by showing the headshot, which means they had to pay him. You could have gone another route where you just choose a storyline where character died and we don't do anything with it.
Yeah, it bummed me out too.
And my childhood, somebody I went to high school with wrote that freaking movie. We used to skip school and go to Letterman together. And I really have a hard time with it. It's a weird choice for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
weird choice.
Who was it? Him that did that, or did Burton want it?
Who knows? Could have been the studio. Who knows?
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be the studio. I'm kind of surprised the studio allowed it, to be honest.
Jeffrey Jones was working in the industry like right up until 2016, right? Like people were still hiring him.
No.
Yes.
Is that true? I was at the practice when that whole thing went down, which would have been early mid 2000s. I know, like 3 or 4.
That's when it all went down. So
and he was still being hired.
Yeah, it's weird.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
Huh.
No, because like you look back, I mean, Rooney's classic, The Principal and Ferris Bueller, and
huge,
and Howard the Duck. Under credit, talk about under credit, like the perform. It's kind of like in this movie where Kurt Hanyadi, is that his name in Transylvania? You know how he's a Jekyll and Hyde, and he enters the lab and he goes crazy.
And Jeff Bologna.
Yeah, it's kind of like that with
Joseph Bologna. Joe Bologna. Yeah.
When he's going back and forth between Jennings and the Dark Overlord of the universe, you know, it's a great duality performance. I always get fascinated by those types of things.
Yeah,
I loved him in Big Daddy. He plays Adam Sandler's dad in Big Daddy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I wrote down a movie that I'm curious if either of you guys have seen it. I've never seen it, but it sounds fascinating. My Favorite Year from 1982.
Dude, you're gonna love this movie. Phil talks about it every single day.
Okay,
you're gonna love this movie.
He plays Sid Caesar, and after I read that, I was like, oh, of course he plays Sid Caesar. The guy looks exactly like Sid Caesar. It's crazy.
You're gonna love this movie.
Yeah, I can't.
Anybody out there out of context, like we don't like him as a person. We just talking about the roles.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Jones. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Good point.
Blanket statement: A Blockbuster Year does not support Jeffrey Jones, but he was pretty good in those movies that we know him from.
You got to do the separation. Or there's a lot of people in Hollywood that are terrible.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Joe Bologna. He's in My Favorite Year, and I have to see this movie. This movie, sounds
this movie
awesome.
is so up your alley, and it's so good. What's it from Perfect Strangers? It's not Balky, it's the other one. But it's the other one. It's 3 names: Philip Baker Hall, Michael Baker Hall.
Michael Baker Hall. Philip.
No, there is a
Philip Baker Hall. Is like the old guy from Magnolia, and
no, this is like Mark Baker.
Okay,
Mark Baker.
Mark Lynn Baker.
Anyway. Mark Lynn Baker, and he's fabulous playing the assistant to the, and the other guy is Sir. Oh man, you're gonna love this movie.
Isn't it Peter O'Toole? Is that who
Sir
it is?
Peter O'Toole? Thank you.
Yes, Peter O'Toole. Yeah.
Yes.
I can watch that.
Yeah, and he's playing the assistant to the Hollywood. Basically, the remake is Let's Get Him to the Greek. That was a remake of My Favorite Year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I like
loose remake.
Get Him to the Greek
with Russell Brand and Jonah Hill. Is a loose remake.
Yeah, and P. Diddy, Russell Brand and P. Diddy, 2 other people that the Blockbuster Year does not support.
Once you, gee whiz, good point. Once you see this, you'll understand the parallels. But yes.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this movie and I was like, yeah, it takes place at like the Sid Caesar show of shows.
Uh-huh.
And
the Academy Awards. It's awesome.
I gotta see.
You're gonna love
I gotta see this movie.
Oh wow. Hey, I don't know if I don't want to interrupt you or throw you off your thing, but did you know that one of the fun facts I found out about this movie that I wanted to mention, and I'm sure you know, you seem to know a lot about Transylvania 65000, but they wanted to do more. It was supposed to be like the road pictures. And
wow.
During production, they were like, this is working. We're cooking over here in Yugoslavia. Let's get some treatments together and we'll do a whole series of road pictures with Jeff Goldblum and Ed Begley Jr.'s characters, and we can go all over. Yeah. They had all these grand plans for those characters to continue on, and then didn't really happen.
Dow Chemical didn't support that idea.
No, it's never too late. How do I get that pitched in a room? How do I get that?
Yeah, how do you get the Transylvania 65000 rights to
everybody's
the characters?
still around?
I think they'll probably give them to you. I would imagine.
What is?
Got to find out who has them.
Yeah, I mean, like, it could be a fantastic thing. Let's get it going.
What year was Young Frankenstein? Was that 80?
Sounds right. 80.
Yeah, 80
it's like many years before this.
Because it's black and white, it always seems like it's older.
Apparently,
Right.
I also read that this took, Florida Project took about 6 years to get going, and I think this took about the same. They were trying to get this going for a while.
Yeah, when did I write it?
And Tom Hanks was considered
late 70s. Yeah, so late 70s, Rudy DeLuca had a idea for Transylvania 65000, and he had written it originally for Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari from the Bosom Buddies.
Yeah.
And then,
but by 1985 rolled around, Tom Hanks was a pretty big star.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And it was originally developed by Croft International, like Sid and Marty Croft of H&R Puff and Stuff fame. Yeah, that's who originally had developed this idea, and then it went nowhere. And then the Rudy DeLuca was able to get involved with the Dow Chemical Company and New World Pictures, and here we are today.
Crazy.
Young Frankenstein is 1974. Just for clarification. Yeah.
Oh, well, no wonder Rudy got the idea a few years later.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I thought it was 80. I was way off.
Well, and it's fascinating too, because the funny thing about this movie, Transylvania 65000, a movie like Monster Squad, I always think of, they want to use these classic monsters, but they can't make them look anything like the Universal classic monsters, which are the iconic imagery that the entire world knows what Frankenstein and Wolfman look like. So all of these movies have to create a monster that is recognizable as Frankenstein, but far enough away from Boris Karloff's Frankenstein so they don't get sued by Universal.
But apparently, if you're not making the reference, you can look like anything else, because the Wolfman was a spitting image of Chewbacca.
Or Teen Wolf. I was thinking it's like full Teen Wolf
too. There's no face whatsoever, though. It was all hair, kind of like Chewbacca.
I think it's actually a mask, because you can see it like moving, right? Like the eye holes. Yeah, I think it was like a mask that they had put on a stunt performer or actor.
And budget-wise, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then you got fully clothed with just the
often.
tufts coming out
the scenes where he's talking.
And what's his real name? Lawrence Malbot. Larry, and he's like, Larry, is that you? He just has a hair problem. He's not.
Yes.
Not a little fat at all. It's fantastic.
And actually, the first time that they go after the gypsy woman tells them to go and look up Lawrence Malbot, the guy that they find in the bushes, that's Rudy DeLuca, the writer and director of the film.
That's supposed to be his dad, who's having the affair.
They apparently shot a version of that scene where they open up the bushes and they see his full bare ass first, like a full moon, but the studio made them cut that bit so that they could get a PG rating.
Wow, and that explains the line, because then later it cuts to Jeff Goldblum saying, like, I can't believe we saw that guy's ass, and it actually so they shot the ass for real.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it would be weird that you couldn't get a PG with an ass. I feel like in the 80s, I mean, you could see
boob. You could see a quick boob.
Well, and to cut to the end, the mummy, the bazongas at the end, originally was supposed to be topless. So there was supposed to be a butt and boobs in this movie, and both were cut for the lower PG rating.
I mean, I think back to a movie like Sheena was PG, and Tanya Roberts all the way in that movie.
I don't know Sheena. What's Sheena?
Barbarella before that, if you want to go way back.
But wasn't Barbarella R? That's the thing.
Shit. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was G back then.
I could be wrong.
No, maybe you're right.
But even like Beastmaster, Tanya Roberts is nude in Beast, and that's PG.
I have a very fun story
Splash
about
is PG. Daryl Hannah.
I have a very fun story about Beastmaster for a fun little tangent. My dad, he watched Beastmaster growing up, loved it, and he got a DVD copy of it. This is years and years ago. I was maybe I was like 14 at the time, and he gathered the whole family around to watch Beastmaster, this film he loved from when he was a kid.
Okay.
So he put it in the DVD player. We're all sitting in the living room, my mom, my sisters, myself, my dad, and the opening shot is that woman topless running through the fog in slow motion, or at least I remember it in slow motion.
Yeah.
And my mom being like, what the hell are we watching? We realized later my grandma was notorious for recording movies off television. So growing up, my dad, the version of Beastmaster he would have watched would have been a TV edited version which doesn't have the nudity in it. And hilarious. So I have such a distinctive memory of us all being so excited to watch this movie that Dad always talks about, Beastmaster. I knew who Rip Torn was. I thought it was going to be a cool movie. And yeah, it got shut off immediately because of the very first scene.
I can imagine it's a little awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
With your family? A little bit.
Yeah. You can get to Kodo and Podo taking Tanya Roberts' top out of when she gets out of the water. Kodo and Podo are the little guys.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of funny names, by the way, it was Simca. It was Latka and Simca was Carol Kane.
Oh, Simca.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. Carol Kane in Taxi.
Yes. I looked it up an hour ago, but I put my phone down.
I just found it. I was like, I have Barbarella here.
Oh yeah.
Well, mine's a Canadian version, so it's only 14A. Is what our Canadian rating is.
We have to check the rating. I want to know for sure.
I'm looking it up.
Interesting.
Barbarella.
I mean, there was no PG-13 back then, so
there was not, but it is PG.
Wow, that's a
68 cult classic PG.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. And my goodness, I'm still a Jane Fonda fan.
That's a times have changed, but that's how Duran Duran got their name from that movie.
Oh wow! I forgot about that. Again, I was think of Jane Fonda, but you're right, Duran Duran.
One of the fun facts I prepped that fascinated me is that apparently it was shot in 30 days. This movie, they only had a month.
I buy it.
And and I don't know. It's like a lot of locations.
They had to spend that money within a certain time, right? So that actually makes sense.
That's fast for a movie like this because you have a lot of locations, and a lot of characters.
It was where is it? Oh, April 1985. So April 1985, they start shooting. Shot for 30 days. Released November 1985.
That's crazy.
That's impossible.
I mean, there's no effects, right? We're just talking editing. There's not a lot of coverage. It's not like they shot like crazy and close-ups and tights. It's kind of like almost master reverse.
Makeup.
So yeah, I mean maybe. And then also everyone they hired they're all good. Everyone's like, even though they're not well known yet, they're all solid workers.
Yeah.
I just compared. Florida Project was 35 days, and that wasn't enough with those kids. So that was a rush job.
Yeah. You know? And you're shooting digital probably too, right?
No, we shot. We were 35 on Florida.
35. Okay. Wow. Fantastic.
And as a side note, last week's episode, I don't even remember how it came up, but maybe it's because it was on my mind because you were going to be on this week. But Florida Project. Oh, because we were talking about kid actors. And I was talking about, because I just rewatched Florida Project, being like, those kids are incredible.
They really were the thing that saved the whole thing. You know,
kid performances are tough because they personally take me out of a lot of movies. I think a lot of kid actors are not that. Oh, it's because we were talking about Drew Barrymore. Because last week's episode was Cat's Eye.
Yes.
So we were talking about Drew Barrymore. And yes, Florida Project was top of mind. So I was thinking of those kid performances.
Brandon, we went on a deep tangent of E.T. because both Elliot and Gertie were both such good child actors.
Yeah.
Henry Thompson.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
They were.
Those kids were incredible.
It's really difficult because in our time with that, we would find. I was there for the casting of the kids, and I would see them come in, and some of them were so great. and you could tell they were trained proper actors where they, we gave them the sides, they memorized every line, but then we would do these improv exercises and they just couldn't improv. And then some kids didn't know the lines, but we're like, okay, that's not a deal breaker, and they could improv.
I'd be one of those.
But we Brooklyn came in, and she was the powerhouse on both ends, where she could do the improv and she could get the lines out of the park. And so that sort of got the ball rolling. And then Valeria, did you hear the story? Sean was just in Target on 192 where we shot the film and saw Valeria, the Jancy, with her mom, and just gave the card. And the mom tells the story funnier than I can about how she's like, who is this strange man coming up to us giving me a card from my daughter?
Yeah.
but she came to the audition, thank goodness, because then Valeria clicked with Brooklyn like no other, and that's what it takes, the chemistry.
Yeah.
Wow. That's better than like winning a talent competition, because it's you literally not even trying or anything, just walking to the store. That's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of stories like that. Like, isn't that how Eddie Furlong got discovered for T2?
I think you're right.
I think you're
right. Might have been something similar, like at a mall or something. You're right.
Yeah,
a lot of creepy casting agents back in the 80s. Hey, you got a good-looking kid there. Here's my card.
And A Blockbuster Year does not endorse any of those creepy casting agents.
No, we don't endorse creepy casting. This is not creepy endorsement. But they were great, and they came in, knocked it out of the park. And Christopher, who played Scooty, who had no ambition to be an actor. And we just saw them. We did the for that DVD that came out. We all went back there, and gosh, I always heard that term because I'm not a parent, but you hear them say they grow up so fast, and that was like, whoa, that's actually true. They do grow up. They were all different people 9 years later. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my hands on that release for all those special features, because like rewatching it again, I hadn't seen it since it came out. And I was like, man, this movie works. It's just like everybody is so good in it. It's so entertaining. And I wish I could send you one. They only gave me one, and I was going to order one, and it sold out. So out of the aftermarket, I can find one. Yeah, I'll find one. I appreciate that. But yeah, so the kids were. And the girl in this who plays her daughter, like you said before, I can't even believe that what you said, that she didn't know English, because she does English. Croatian. Great job. Yeah. Where are we? We did talk a little bit about John Byner. We'll talk a little bit more about him at some point, actually this month, because he is one of the main voice actors in Disney's The Black Cauldron. So he'll come up again. But most famously, he's the voices of the Ant and the Aardvark from the Pink Panther animated series. Wow. Yep. For me, it's Stroker Ace, the Burt Reynolds, Lonnie Anderson NASCAR parody sort of movie, and then Carol Burnett show for sure. Yeah. What else? No. The Great Smoky, what the hell was that one called? But the trucker movie, The Great Smoky. He's in another famous '70s trucker movie. Smokey and the Bandit? No, it's not that one. It's another one just like it, but Robert Englund's in it, and interesting. The Great I'll look it up. The Great Smoky. All I wrote is The Great Smoky, like I'd remember it, but of course I. Maybe it's just The Great Smoky. No, I'll remember it in a second. And then Norman Fell has a very, very small role, one scene really, as the he runs the tabloid newspaper that Jeff Goldblum and Ed Begley Jr. But most famously, I think Three's Company, Bullet. I've never seen The Great Smoky Roadblock. The Great Smoky Roadblock. A lot of never even heard of it. From the '70s. Totally fun movie. He's in that. Yeah, Norman, and he's Ed Begley's character's dad in the film. Who runs the paper. Yes, yeah. Oh, that didn't occur to me. Yeah, there's one line that Ed Begley Jr. says about. He says like, "Okay, Dad," or it's totally like a yeah. So he can be a not great employee. He's just working at the paper kind of thing. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Norman Fell though. Norman Fell is like, obviously you said Three's Company. For me, it's a mad world. Oh God,
Stanley,
yeah.
Stanley Kramer.
Yeah.
Stanley Kramer. Yeah. He's the cop in the beginning.
Oh,
Just went sailing right out there.
Yes. I love that movie.
He steals everything.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Me too. He steals everything he's in, and it's been a while since I got to revisit it. It seems like now.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's the first 5 minutes, so you'll to see him. But that movie still holds up for me. Anyway,
it really does, and that is one of those movies. I think it's shot on like VistaVision.
Or something. It was the first one shot in VistaVision or CinemaScope, one of those
CinemaScope or something. Yeah, one of those big film formats.
Yes.
And so as they keep remastering it, it just looks better and better and better because it's incredible.
So it gets so freaking crisp. You're like, you think AI remastered it or something, but it's just that the master.
But
is
it's just film stock holds so much resolution. I just learned because I'm going to see Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey in IMAX 70mm film as Nolan intended. We were lucky enough to have one of the 40 theaters in the world near us that can project it in IMAX 70mm. And the resolution of that film is equivalent to 12K. Which it's just insane. Like, it's insane to think that, we're at like basically 8. I think we had this conversation last week already, but
it's easy to mistake because it's more than it seems like it is, because 2K to 4K is 4 times, not 2 times. It's 4 times. So 4 to 8 is 4 times.
Oh, I see.
And then, and then so on and so forth. So it's like, that's a lot more times.
Yeah. And that's why I look at like the 4K of Jaws that just came out. Like, it looks so good because they're not having to like AI upscale any of this like digital video that comes out in a certain period of time. They're rescanning the film negatives, and these 4K transfers, they're just like absolutely beautiful. It blows my mind, these old movies, the colors, the sharpness of the image. It's incremastered sorry. In many cases, like in the case of Jaws, they've remastered it before. So the master that they're using has been cleaned and processed and then preserved way, way better than the original negative master ever was. So we're now coming from cleaner prints too each time they go to a higher resolution. I'm sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, please. No. That's good stuff. I just was going to say that I'm happy that physical media is still alive and that more of the younger generation seems to now be embracing it more than they were.
Yes, they're realizing that in order to actually own their movies, they need a disc. Yeah. They need some sort of physical disc because movies are being taken away.
There's a lot of...
It's on the upswing. It's on the upswing. There's lots of boutique labels out there now.
I'm seeing like all the artists too. Like, I love that they're producing, limited edition, but like you'll even see like Taylor Swift making cassettes of that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Even albums, like record albums.
Yeah. No, everything is, it's like it was new again. It's really cool.
I love it. But like, I'm old. So it's just familiar. It's the cafe 80s for me.
I don't like, let's not use old is different. It's just because we're about how old we feel. Like we've been around longer, but that doesn't mean you have to be old.
Well, the funny thing is I'm not even that old, but it's the Indiana Jones. It's the mileage. I've traveled a lot of miles.
Oh, you got a lot of
mileage. Literally, Jay, you have traveled a lot of miles.
Also true. Yeah. Also true. That's a very good point.
That only makes you wiser.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
A couple other things about the film. It's weird that the Bugs Bunny cartoon from 1963 is also called Transylvania 65000.
I love it.
I had no idea. That's cool.
Oh yeah, and it's a classic. You'll remember it the moment you watch it.
We talked a little bit about the Glenn Miller song Pennsylvania 65000. The title Pennsylvania 65000 comes from a hotel in Manhattan, the Pennsylvania. That was the phone number. That's why Transylvania 65000 is the phone number in this film.
Who does the opening song is so cool, and I feel like
should have looked that up, actually.
They wanted to channel Oingo Boingo, who was huge at the time, because it sounds like even the lead singer sounds like Elf. You know,
Totally. Transylvania.
That's funny.
5,000.
So great.
That's
Totally.
funny. You're
I
so
should have
right.
looked to.
And what was Back to School was 86, right? So so Danny was doing.
He started with
movie
Pee-wee
stuff.
85. Your year 80. Did anybody
Oh,
cover
you're
Pee-wee
right.
yet?
You're right. I forgot. Pee-wee was
Yeah.
Actually,
We haven't hit Pee-wee yet, but that's because it's a very big episode. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Too. It could be debated. I guess you could say Forbidden Zone was the official Elfman.
Yes, because his brother made that movie, and he's in it, but he also Oingo Boingo. Is it Danny Elfman, or I think it's an Oingo Boingo score?
It is. It's the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. In those days, that's what they were called.
And I think Back to School is the same thing. It's Oingo Boingo, not Danny Elfman. Even though you see Danny singing.
Zone,
they appear. That Oingo Boingo's playing at the party in the movie.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
When
original music by Danny Elfman.
Right.
Okay, so it is Danny.
But then in Back to School, the score is credited to just Danny.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I love that score. So great, that movie.
And another fun. That's a fun, absurd movie. It's absurd. Love it.
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, so I just you're right. The Mystic Knights. So on the cover of this, it says music by Danny Elfman with the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. Right along the top, above Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
There's
with
Danny
their
right
logo,
there.
Though. It's got the logo. Yeah, nice.
Yes.
I prefer it in black and white. I didn't like the colorized version. I think it should be what it was at the time.
Yeah. Includes black and white.
It came out
and
in
color.
black and white.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is both.
It's the colorized version.
Gotcha. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. Never seen it.
Wild.
It was absurd. Speaking of absurdist comedies, that's at the top.
Okay.
Would
you recommend it? Is it worth me spending 90 minutes?
One of my favorites, and it's. I prefer Forbidden Zone to. This is a hot take, but I'll take Forbidden Zone over Rocky Horror Picture Show any day. But Rocky Horror,
interesting.
Rocky Horror is the one that is like known as the quintessential midnight, cult film. But Forbidden Zone, for me, is my Rocky Horror.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Brandon's Rocky Horror is Nothing But Trouble.
Oh yes, fantastic.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Remember there was the original,
and I love to hate it.
So do I.
But it's fascinating. What a
fascinating. It is. It absolutely
is a fascinating movie.
And the production
you can't take your eyes off of it.
The production design alone is I'm trying to remember though. Do you remember, Brent, if it's your favorite, the original title? Help me. It was not Nothing But Trouble. It had Falconmania was what it was called. It was called Falconmania. Because I remember being a Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We were like, we couldn't wait for Falconmania to come out. And then it disappeared, and we're like, oh, Nothing But Trouble is Falconmania. We had to figure that, because this was like, what, 92, 90?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I think it's 92, yeah.
Vulcanvania.
Yeah.
Vulcanvania. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Transylvania, Vulcanvania, yeah.
Vulcanvania.
So we're tying it together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that, by the way, it says that was Dan's preferred title. He preferred that title.
Oh, they made
Nothing But Trouble is the generic title chosen by Warner Brothers, according to this. The executive shortly after the movie's release in December 90.
And that title fits the movie way better than Nothing But Trouble.
Oh my God. Yes, I wouldn't be disappointed at all. I'd be like, oh, what an ambitious fucking shot. That was a big swing, Dan. Way to go.
Yeah.
It was a big swing.
Celebrate the swing instead of like the whatever it is.
It's a wild movie.
Taylor Negron is funny in that movie. Is that how you say his name? Negron?
Taylor's, yeah, he was I used to know him. He used to be funny in most things. Yeah.
And Demi was good in it. Chevy was not really he was like a straight man in that movie. He wasn't really getting to, maybe Dan didn't want him to steal the humor.
Maybe.
Chevy was like a straight man.
And John Candy. Can't forget about John Candy. Yeah. Dual role.
And who's the band, Brandon? I'm drawing a blank. Who comes out on stage?
Flavor. Yeah.
Yes.
What are they? The Funky. No.
Wu-Tang Clan?
No. What are they?
Flavor.
No. What
Arrested
are they?
No, it's not Arrested Development. Public
With
Enemy.
the Humpty Dance.
The
Humpty Dance.
Oh, the Humpty Dance. Yeah.
Oh, Humpty Dance. That's Humpty.
Or is it? Wait, is it Public Enemy?
It's Public Enemy, I think, with Flava Flav, isn't it?
And Tupac's in it. No. I think you're right. I think it is Public Enemy. I think I'm misremembering.
I don't remember that.
I can't remember either.
But I know that Tupac is in Nothing But Trouble.
That's a film that I feel like places like the New Beverly should do more, like a midnight screening of that. I think that would be really fun. But you never see that. Never gets.
It's the Canadian Rocky Horror.
Yeah, it doesn't get its fair.
It's every bit as weird, and you have the whole thing we're going.
I was right.
Similar.
It is Digital Underground.
Oh, Digital
Underground. It is the Humpty Dam.
Yeah.
Yep. It is Digital Underground. But Tupac does make an appearance in Nothing But Trouble.
Oh wow.
And Flava Flav is not in it.
Okay.
Or is he?
I think he is.
Oh, he is in it.
I gotta see it. No, maybe not.
One of my favorite movies takes place in Toronto. So you guys are, Brandon, I don't know if you're a fan, but one of my favorites of all time is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Anytime Edgar brings it here, I'll always be there because it's the best like midnight movie. When they do it at New Beverly, it's so fun. People dress up. It's the best.
I love that movie so much, and the fact that it is like a Canadian story shot in Canada. I love it. I love Scott Pilgrim. We
got to go to Toronto Film Festival. That was my only time I've ever been there for Florida Project. And I didn't, the parties, no. I went to the locations of Scott Pilgrim. I went to Pizza. I did Casa Loma. I did all of it and had to take pictures because it was amazing to be there.
Well, speaking of more absurd comedies and Canadian exports in Toronto, I have to recommend, if people haven't seen Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That is a movie. That's probably one of the most recent theatrical comedy experiences that I've had, where it was like people in a full theater, like really laughing together at this crazy movie. And it just so happens to be Canadian, which made me very happy.
And if people don't know the conceit, it's really an incredible feat what they did with the footage. Just incredible.
Yes. And the connection to Back to the Future, Jay. Oh, yeah. Like this movie is a time travel movie, and there's so many Back to the Future references throughout it, to the point where the one of the actors of the movie, Jay McCarroll, he also wrote the score for this Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. And it's all in the style of Alan Silvestri's Back to the Future score. And listening to him talk about how once you learn about what the mechanics of that Back to the Future score are, you can kind of just write in that world, and it sounds so much like Back to the Future music, but all of it is completely an original score. It's
I love
fascinating movie that it's like, how did they do that? I love those guys to death.
It is in my queue. I'm watching it, but it is currently at a premium of, I believe, $25. So, the moment that hits the bargain bin, I'm going to swoop it up. I'm not the physical media guy, Chris. I buy shit on Apple TV.
Hey, save space on your shelf, whatever works.
My issue was that I'm of the age where whatever reference you want to use, I've collected it on every physical media over the years. Oh, I remember the VHS and the DVD and the Laserdisc and all the different shit, Blu-rays. So I just got frustrated moving because I had a big collection like Brandon, and then eventually I just said, enough of this shit.
It's the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Put those things in the bins, and they're so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried it all too, where you take the cases out and put all the discs in the things, and you try the when the DVD carousels came out, it was like, I filled that up 200. I need another one, 200, another one, 200. I tried it all. Now it's a media server. It's all on my computer.
I was a Laserdisc guy, so I still have them.
Oh wow,
those are heavier than anything.
Yeah.
Those through the moves over the years. Right now, luckily, my mom is nice enough to let me keep them all at her. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Ed Begley Jr., this is Spinal Tap on Laserdisc right next to me.
Framing right there. That's really
even in Back to the Future 2, they were recycling all that shit, guys. That was 2015.
It's totally true. They knew by 2015.
They've got so much right. Except flying cars. Where are those?
Yeah.
faxes. They sort of might have slept on faxes. That didn't quite work out.
I always talk about how in Back to the Future 2, one of the biggest things they got wrong is the Pontiac Car Company, because in Hill Valley there still is a Pontiac dealership in 2015, but they went bankrupt in 2010. They got that one wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we learned this could be alternate timelines. Somewhere in that 2015, they did not go under.
You're right. Pontiac is still going strong.
They also show that Pontiac. Did you know this, Brandon? That Pontiac Banshee prototype car was in the future as a future car in a number of shots.
Oh.
Do you know the car I'm talking about? It was the inspiration for Knight Rider 2000 or 4000 or whatever the red one. So when they first get there, you see it go across the alley in the back, and then you see it later either driving or parked somewhere else. Yeah. But that's the original prototype for what was going to be the new Firebird and stuff. I
didn't know that. It was a real prototype.
Yeah, it was a real prototype called the Banshee, and it's in Back to the Future 2 a number of different times.
Didn't know that. See, I'm learning stuff on this show too.
With all of your amazing cars, do you have any? I've recently been revisiting a lot of the Bond films. There's just so many cool cars. Do you have any thing going on with any of those?
No Bond cars in our collection, but there is someone out here locally who makes replica Aston Martin Bond cars. He has like permission from Aston Martin to make these replica cars, and majority of them he makes are like no engine. They're just like rolling chassis with special effects, but he had a number of engines that Aston Martin sent to him that he was able to make a couple rolling chassis. And we've talked to him a little bit about it, but our collection has kind of like those cars are so iconic, and we're kind of at the point now where we're like, oh, what are the B level
like
the cars
thing is amazing.
We've got the Time Machine, we've got the Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, those are but now like the Wayne's World car was a big one that was like, okay, cool, that we got the not as popular but still iconic,
and you never see those, so it makes it even more special. When I saw your Teen Wolf, I was like, holy moly, I didn't expect that when I went to that funeral or celebration, I should say.
Yeah, Chris, and we built that in tribute for Adam. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so the story goes is when Adam came to visit us, we had that van, but it was in its rusted out original white. It was a Chilliwack search and rescue van, but it was the same make and model. And he was so excited about it. And if you go back and watch his video, he goes over and I'm telling him about it, and he does the scene, like the moment from Teen Wolf, like, these waves are mine. So he was so excited about it. And after he passed away, we thought, okay, let's take the year and make our next project the Teen Wolf van, and we'll make it in honor of him. We'll finish it for Adam. And then his celebration of life came up 5 weeks later. And so we built that entire van in 5 weeks with our shop, Stone Speed Shop out here. We did everything to get it down there to debut at his celebration of life in as a tribute to him.
That makes it even 20 million times cooler.
Yeah. Chris, when you a couple years ago, they had the James Bond exhibit at the Peterson. Did you get to see that at all?
No, unfortunately, I did not. It passed me by. You know what I did do?
Oh, okay. They had a lot of the original Bond cars there. That's why I was asking.
There's a place in Orlando called Desertland.
Yes.
It's you know about it, and they have a Bond museum there. A lot of the cars. Some of them I think are replicas. I don't know how many are actually screen.
I think a lot of them are replicas, but they're still pretty damn cool.
They're so. I just went, and it's so cool because it was the 45th anniversary of For Your Eyes Only, and that's always been one of my favorites. And so I just love the two Lotus cars in that movie.
Yeah.
There was like that compared to the.
So they had the aqua version floating in like fake. Super cool.
Yeah.
So this would be the James Bond car that I would like. It's an old AMX, and I can't remember what movie it's from, but it had the ski rack on the top, and it's just super cool.
That's so cool.
It looks like something it should have been out of Mad Max.
That seems like, I would guess it would be like from one of the Connery era, because it seems like it's I don't remember.
No, it's not that old.
It seems a little bit newer.
It's Roger Moore or Timothy Dalton. Let me look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to know. Because I've been going on a revisit of the Roger Moore ones after For Your Eyes Only, and I just love them so much.
The Man with the Golden Gun, 74.
Okay.
Okay, so that was
would have been Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, one of his first, right? Second one.
I think so.
First or second.
Just so you know, Chris, if you're curious, our screen used Wayne's World Mirthmobile is at the Peterson Museum right now, and
no way.
Along with our screen-used Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull duck vehicle. Both those are on display at the Peterson. So if you're looking for something to do,
I was earlier now. Yes.
Yeah, go check out the
not recently.
And let me know when you want to go, because we can both hook that up.
Yeah, we can get you in there. No problem. Just let us know.
I appreciate it. I would love to go. Yeah.
The car will be there until about October. Just so you know, it'll be coming back home in around October. Where were we on Transylvania 5000?
We all watched it, and
I
think that might be it.
Yeah, we've hit all of the. There was a couple of gags in the movie that I do want to shout out because I think they really are great. When Ed Begley Jr. is like hanging on the wall, and those ladies walk by, and he's just like casually like floating on the wall with his arms on. Such a great visual joke. Yeah, I loved the whole.
Ladies are fantastic. How deadpan they are.
Just Croatian actresses.
Yeah, probably they didn't get the joke. It was very easy.
Yeah. I love the sequence of breaking into the sanatorium and then breaking out of it. I thought that is really strong. Yeah. It's so funny. And that man's trying to get in. Hey, I told you, get out of here. Then kicks him out. So great.
Yeah, Goldblum is quintessential Goldblum in this movie. It's like he dials the Goldblum up. And again, it was the first time I have ever even seen him. So I just instantly thought that that's a cool guy. You know, I want to
I
be
agree
like
with
that guy.
Of everyone in it, I'd rather be like that guy. Yeah, I agree.
It's so fascinating to see someone who is as iconic as Jeff Goldblum, just based on like his acting style, the way he performs. It's so fascinating to see those people early in their careers, because you're like, you can see it. It's there. It's been there from the beginning. It's not something that they just put on at one point. Like, the reason he was cast is because he's interesting to watch because he does the Jeff Goldblum, right? That's why
it's captivating. I can't take my eyes off it. I love it.
I feel like Goldblum and Crispin Glover do this thing that I notice I really respond well to, and I love to see this in actors. They'll say a line of dialogue that isn't even written to be funny, but the inflection and their delivery makes it funny, you know. And Goldblum does
Christopher Walken too.
Christopher Walken, obviously, yes, great. He's definitely in that group where they just.
I like that you put Crispin Glover in there. I agree with that. I don't think I would have thought about it though.
They elevate things that shouldn't even be funny.
Yeah, it makes it a quotable line when it was just a throwaway. It was not even supposed to be anything, and somehow it becomes the memorable point. Yeah, interesting.
It's fascinating to me. And Goldblum has a few of those in there.
Goldblum, for me, is so present and in the moment of, yes, whatever he's doing, that I go, oh, I want to see the world through his eyes. I could watch it all day long. And if you've ever seen him in LA, he plays the piano with his Mildred Snitzer Orchestra all over town. So effing talented. But more than that, he's so fucking charismatic. He's like making love to the crowd every single night with his fingers and with his eyes and his yes. Oh God, I can't get enough.
I gotta go. I've always wanted to go, and it's just one of those things. I guess I just never remembered it. Actually, go out there and do it.
But just him in general, I just find I could watch him over and over. Brandon, did you see those videos I sent you since Sam Neill passed away? There's these Jeff and Sam at the piano kind of things, little duets.
Yeah.
I went down a rabbit hole. I watched like 3 hours of that shit one night.
Yeah, because they were all back together working on Jurassic Park Dominion. So
that's why they were together?
Yes.
Oh, I loved it. It looked like a hotel lobby now that you mentioned that, like a lobby bar kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh man, it was
that would have been around when they were shooting Dominion together.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I probably want to watch that footage more than Dominion again.
That is very true.
I don't know what you mean.
I've seen Jurassic. Well, okay, I have seen it twice now. I watched it the one time in the theater, but then I did watch it again recently to be like, is it really that bad?
See, I home videoed it and I didn't think it was that bad. And then you sort of made fun of me. So now I need to watch it again and maybe I will think it's worse than I thought it was on the first. I think I was expecting nothing from a Scarlett Johansson Jurassic Park. And I think that
that's Rebirth.
Oh shit, you're right. That one was okay.
Yeah, Dominion is
Dominion.
Yeah, Dominion is where
dinosaurs, right?
With the locusts and biosyn and
I gotta watch it again, but you're right. That's no good.
The big mountain facility. Yeah.
Is that the third of the newer ones?
Third Jurassic World, yes.
Okay. You're right. I think it wasn't so good. Okay. I'll check it out.
It was nice to see hang back together, though. I mean, I'll give it that. I
feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
As an audience member, I went, oh, I love seeing these people on screen as these characters again.
Yeah.
And then, the rest of it is just like, whatever. Although the thing that I always say is that as these Jurassic World movies comes out, it just makes that first Jurassic World movie better and better. And I did not like that movie when it came out in what was it, like 2014 or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Now I go back and I watch it and I go, I like this movie a lot.
The first Jurassic World.
Yeah, the first Jurassic World.
I think it's decent.
Yeah.
You talking about having the characters back, like I have a soft spot for Jurassic 3, which is arguably not a good movie, but Sam Neill's in it. You do? You love it too?
Oh yeah.
I love Jurassic 3.
So I enjoy it too, but I acknowledge it's the lack of Spielberg maybe that I'm feeling. But okay. I enjoy it too.
And what's his name?
William H. Macy?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, who are we talking about?
Michael Jeter.
God darn it. Bad Monkey Man. Why can't I think of his name? Bad Monkey's one.
Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, Vince Vaughn is great in Jurassic.
Lost World. I love Lost World. Lost World may be my favorite one because it's so dark.
Mixing up. 3 is with Terry Copley. Got it. Yes.
Mixing up. Tia Leone, William H. Macy.
Tia Leone. My mind.
Michael Jeter.
I haven't eaten in a while, so I'm losing it.
Me too.
Well, good. Okay, let's keep going then. Is there any other gags in the movie that stuck out to you? Good jokes, good gags, good bits in the movie?
Well, I mentioned that I love that little wine bottle callback with
I did not catch that.
And what's really interesting is this character, you know how in Empire Strikes Back, the thing that made Boba Fett cool was his mystery. He was like, that's why he became, we wanted to know more about him, and he wasn't even called Boba Fett till Jedi, right? The version of Boba Fett in this movie is the twisty guy who grabs Ed
Begley Jr.'s crotch.
That was
referred to as Twisty
Man,
but he really doesn't have anything to do. And what's that guy's deal? I want to know more about him.
And I was like, is it supposed to be a creature from the Black Lagoon reference? Like, is that why he's in the water? Another thing that reminds me that I learned about is that whole sequence was supposed to be shot at night. The reveal of Frankenstein and Ed Begley Jr., finding him in the tree, walking backwards into the lake, getting grabbed in the crotch. All of that was intended to be like a spooky, misty night shoot, but they couldn't make it happen.
Oh, that's too bad.
Budget, time, scheduling. The very first day of shooting, it snowed. They had to shuffle their schedule and do a bunch of interior stuff because there was a big snowfall on their first day of shooting.
Sucks.
Didn't see that coming. I want to shout out the moment after Radu fights Frankenstein and they grab little Laura and they put her in that trailer of hay and then they drive away and the trailer falls off the tractor. That was a full blooper, an outtake.
Feels like
no kidding.
That they just thought, oh, that's too funny, so we have to put it in the movie. But you can see the wheel get caught on the post, and then it pulls off of the trailer hitch and then drops down.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Perfect. Like, and that could be wrong, but just it felt like one of those parts of a movie where there's a missing scene. because that happens, and then we cut right back to the lab. They're back there. It feels like there's just a big chunk missing.
That's
I
funny.
think that whole end of the movie feels like a really quick wrap up.
It does.
I feel like they had this idea of like, what if a video came out that Frankenstein is back in Transylvania, and then the people in Transylvania are trying to hush and cover it up? And then the other idea that they had is, what if all of these monsters from Transylvania were just regular people who had a hair growth disorder, or had gone through a car accident, or just wanted, or were quote unquote ugly and needed a plastic surgery makeover. I feel like those were the two ideas, and they were really trying to string them together. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, why does the laboratory make Dr. Malavacqua mad? Right?
Yeah,
it's a funny bit where he's going in and out. Great performance. You know, he's mad, he's sane. He's mad, he's sane. But they don't actually like explain what that is.
I think that's part of the charm for me. I just like how it's just ridiculous, and maybe it's the machinery. I don't know. I don't necessarily need it. I just like that it is what it is, and I buy it.
Sure.
It's weird. But I know what you mean. The better half of this movie is the first half. All the world building and all the setup, and them arriving in the fish out of water and meeting everybody. So
but I think the end is a good idea. Like, I think I like the reveal of the reality of all of these Transylvania monsters, right?
Yeah,
it's just that the connection point is where the movie maybe dips a little bit.
And it's such a short third act. I mean, I wasn't particularly timing it exactly last night, but it feels like it's just 10 minutes all wrapped up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Really rushed third act.
Absolutely agree.
It doesn't have to be always a bad thing. It's just interesting to study these things.
Yeah. The other bit that I did laugh at is when Ed Begley Jr. is in the crowd, when he's like, let's hear what they have to say. Let's listen. I thought that's a good bit.
And then what makes it so brilliant
is Pee-wee, let him go.
Yeah, exactly.
And he says the wrong answer, and it makes them turn on them, which is actually clever.
Yeah.
I mean, no. He just was kind of like dozing out.
Yeah.
And the kid, Radu's son, and Carol Kane's son, when he comes out, he's a sympathetic character.
Yeah. It's a nice little heartwarming moment.
But as far as other bits, well, so anything with Michael Richards is the best for me. But we talked about all those. So I think when Carol Kane goes outside of the window and does the do over here for the second time, and then Ed
Begley Jr. like closes the window or something.
Right, but the way she falls is like, it feels planned. Like she almost starts falling before the slam, but it makes it funnier for me. It's like it feels rehearsed, but yet it makes it weirder and funnier.
Yeah. I like the running bit, because they do it again, and he like closes a door on her, and she like in the closet or whatever.
Yeah, all the stuff with
she
her
can do no wrong.
She can do no wrong.
I just adore her. I love her so much. So funny. Bobbert, license to drive. Come on.
I also did like the joke where they dig up the grave and it's got the mannequin, and then the mayor is like, put that in my car.
For evidence.
Yes. Yeah. Gina Davis, obviously, like, so great in this movie in barely anything. It's incredible what she's wearing in this movie, really.
Yeah, I didn't know Gina Davis that way until this movie. I was like, holy crap, I had no idea. None of my business.
When you're a little guy and you see that first introductory shot of her when she's just, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
PG. I don't know.
Yeah.
PG in the 80s is an entirely different thing, people.
But she's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. Like we kind of hit all the big stuff in the movie. Is there anything else plot wise that you want to hit, Chris?
Oh, plot-wise, I mean, like I said, yeah, there's something to be studied. I'm gonna actually watch it again because I have a friend who's never seen it, and when I was telling him about this, what I was doing with you guys, and said the same thing you did. Like, why would you want to do that? Because he just has.
Why would you want to talk about that?
Yeah, he has an impression of it from what he's heard, but he's never seen it. I'm like, come on, you got to watch it at least before you judge it. So we're gonna watch it.
That's fair.
Yeah, and so you could feel you've seen it and your feelings are valid.
This was my first time. I have seen this VHS since whenever this movie came out, 85. I've seen this VHS at the store and just never rented it. I can't explain even why, because it seems like as a kid it would have been up my alley because I liked horror and monster movies, but for some reason reading the back I just was always like,
well, that
I never saw it.
That brings up another thing that I think I like about it. Maybe I responded so well to it as a young Chris because I loved, when I was really little, it was my grandpa who introduced me to like the Abbott and Costello movies. And I think this movie has its DNA in those, where it's
you're totally right.
Okay.
And I think maybe that is what I was clicking into, and I never thought about that.
I also was raised on those movies, the Abbott and Costello one specifically. My dad was born in 39, so he was of the generation where he watched that stuff. Jackie Gleason was big for him, all of those guys. So I also celebrate that era of comedy. There is a different level of quality between those films and this. Even if it's a stab at the same thing, it's like so not as good that I couldn't possibly even make that jump.
That is what they were going for.
Yeah, it
they
feels
were
like
going for it. Rudy DeLuca on the commentary, he talks about being inspired by the Abbott and Costello movies, as opposed to the Mel Brooks parody movies. This is not a parody movie. This is supposed to be a comedy movie set in the world of these monsters, much more like the Abbott and Costello movies. Whereas Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein is actually like a parody of the black and white Frankenstein movie. They're different types of comedies.
This is an interesting delineation that I did not make previously. You're right. So say the Abbott and Costello. So hypothetically, take Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein or the Mummy or the Wolfman. Any of those. They are also universal parodies, but not in the same way. In that they're putting Abbott and Costello into the real story, not a parody of the story.
Yeah, they're not making fun of the.
I never put that together as a kid.
And you can feel it. Remember the shot when he's crawling down the tree and he crawls onto Frankenstein, and Ed Begley is totally channeling, Abbott. I think he's like doing the. He can't get the words out. Just like every time he saw one of the monsters.
Yeah,
it's a Costello thing that you're talking about.
Costello, sorry.
No, but it's amazing because we were talking about Shane Black before, and I was referencing The Nice Guys. There's a scene in that where Ryan Gosling falls down the hill and he finds the body and like loses his gun. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
And he's trying to yell back up the hill to Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And he's literally doing Lou Costello.
Okay.
And he's doing the facial things, and nobody has ever. I've never heard anyone acknowledge that that's what he's doing. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking
Nicole,
about. Yeah,
I had to show Nicole Abbott and Costello, and she goes, "Oh my God, he's doing exactly it."
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never made that connection, but yeah, you're totally right.
Okay, thanks.
Very
I feel
cool.
vindicated.
I want to watch The Nice Guys again too.
Yeah.
Hey,
another one of our greatest Canadian exports, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And the other girl you like is in that too, Margaret Qualley. Margaret
Qualley's in The Nice Guys?
She's the girl they're tracking the whole movie.
Oh, I did not remember Margaret Qualley being in The Nice Guys. Interesting.
Yep.
Daughter of Andy McDowell, we learned.
Which I didn't know till you told me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Looks a lot like her mom.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Canada.
Thank you for Ryan Gosling.
It's the least we could do. It's the least Canada could do is to give the world Ryan Gosling.
Well, even more for Mr. Aykroyd, as previously mentioned.
Yeah, man, lots of Canadian. John Candy,
Michael J.
Catherine
Fox.
O'Hara, keep going. Yeah.
Hey, we've been talking all about Canadians tonight.
You know, Ryan Gosling wise, I didn't buy into him for a while because he was so big so quick here. I was like, come on, everybody, settle down. And then that movie with Anthony Hopkins got me, and I was like, fuck, he's really good. And then I've been such a fan ever since.
He's too good.
He's too good. He can do it all.
Oh my God, yes.
Funny and sexy, son of a bitch.
I know. Tell me about it.
Let's hope Starfighter's good next year. Everything's hanging on Starfighter for Star Wars, I feel.
I'll be there. I'll be there open night to see my boy in the Star Wars universe. Same with Ghost Rider. He just got announced at Comic-Con as Ghost Rider, so I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he could, how he differs from Mr. Cage. Nick Cage, I thought, was pretty good in the.
He did two of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
Two of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it took them till the second movie to realize, hey, why don't we actually get Nicolas Cage to do the Ghost Rider?
Oh yeah,
because he only plays the human version. I can't remember the Ghost Rider's actual name, but
oh, really?
In the first movie, it's not Nicolas Cage when he's flamed up as the Ghost Rider. Yeah.
What the? Okay. I did not realize that.
It's not till the second movie. And that's why I think the second movie is better, because the second movie is batshit crazy. I believe it's the guys who made the Crank movies, like the Jason Statham movies.
It's too much for me.
Well, Ghost Rider 2 is a lot of fun.
You always hear the lists of the sequels that were better than the first. So Ghost Rider 2. It belongs
okay.
Yeah. Right. What's it called? Okay. Spirit of Vengeance, I believe it's called.
Oh, I don't even remember the subtitle.
Yeah.
There are a lot of those. You're right. Godfather 2, another 48 hours. You're right.
In 3D, Blu-ray 3D, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
There you go.
Yep. A wild ride.
What does he say in Mad Max? Isn't that what the guy keeps saying? I'm the Ghost Rider. Is that what he's saying?
Not Ghost Rider.
Knight Rider. It's Knight Rider, isn't it? Knight Rider.
I don't know if it's Knight Rider either.
Yeah, right. I guess it doesn't matter.
One of our many tangents on this show, Chris.
I love the tangents. The tangents are amazing, and Knight Rider keeps coming up because you mentioned the car for the reboot, not the original.
Yes, and I'm doing a project that involves the franchise of Knight Rider right now behind the scenes as well. But we can't announce yet. Yeah, a really cool thing that I'll tell you all about because you'll be super into it if you're a nerd.
I am excited.
We're resurrecting it.
Fantastic. Did you get the? They released a beautiful new box set of the whole series. I didn't get it.
No, but my buddy Joe, who is the Knight Rider Historians of the Knight Rider Historians YouTube channel, keeps telling me to do it. I'm not a physical media guy, and it sucks because Apple TV you can only buy seasons 2 through 4, so I don't even have season 1 properly. So I think I'm going to go buy that beautiful 4K set. He raves about it. And then there's also a new documentary, I guess, coming out as well too, like some definitive 5-hour documentary, whatever. But if you're into the physical Knight Rider history, the cars, the truck, the stuff like that, I'm working on a really cool project.
I am so excited. Cool. Great. Thanks for
awesome.
whatever you're doing. That's great to hear.
Okay. So Transylvania 5000 was released November 8th, 1985. Was originally supposed to be an October release, which was the original intention, which if you think about it, probably makes a little bit more sense.
A little more sense than a Christmas movie, yes.
But it got pushed to November 8th. It opened up number 5 at the box office. That week, number 1 was Death Wish 3, had been in theaters for 1 week. New this week, a film called Target. Number 3, Jagged Edge, has been in theaters for 5 weeks. Number 4, one of my personal favorite movies ever, To Live and Die in LA, has been out for 1 week. We covered that movie on the show already. And then number 5, Transylvania 5000. The film was made for anywhere between $3 and $5 million. Different sources said 3, one said 5, so somewhere in between there.
It's that Yugoslavian conversion rate.
Yes, it must be. It must be.
Fishy back in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. Played for 5 weeks in theaters, ended up making $7.2 million.
Oh, well, hey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's not bad then.
It's okay. Now, our two favorite guys on this show, Siskel and Ebert, did not review Transylvania 65000, but
can't believe it.
Leonard Maltin did review Transylvania 65000 in a very famous review for the movie.
One word, right?
Yeah. He said, Transylvania 65000 stinks. I'm Leonard Maltin. This is Entertainment Tonight. That was his review for the film.
Wow.
Yeah, there. Yeah, we talked about the road picture idea. So it really didn't go anywhere. I think it's good. Like I think there is a lot of stuff in this movie that works.
You struggled to get that out.
Well, because we're getting to the rating part of it. Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything more specifically to talk about the movie. Jay, do you want to give us your star rating first, or do you want me to go first?
I'm happy to do it. I just feel like it's going to be rude to our guest who chose this movie.
No.
This is the discourse. This is why we have the show. It's about discussion.
I'm glad I watched it because this is one of those. This and Haunted Honeymoon are two movies I had never seen previously. Yes. Haunted Honeymoon is the Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner endeavor. It's the same thing. These are two. I picked them up 100 times as a kid when the video store was, such a big deal. I'm glad that I saw it, but I'm also glad I didn't see it when I was young. Yeah, Dom DeLuise again. Find Dom DeLuise vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I think I probably would have been disappointed that I wasted the rental on it. It's just I like the ideas. I like the swing. It didn't land for me.
Okay.
So being that again, it's a quality issue because I saw some of the Abbott and Costello and the other things that you guys were talking about. I'm just like, oh, but this just isn't done very well, is it? And that's all I kept coming back to. It was like, everything's so close.
Yeah.
And then even the things I did like, I'm like, oh, then it switched right back to mediocre again for me. So mine and my Letterboxd review, of course, is attached, Brandon, but it was good news. It's all a simple misunderstanding. 1 star. Because at the end, it's just, oh, look, guys, there are no monsters. It's
all right, we'll
Claude. You guys know Claude. He's just got Rogaine on his face.
We got 1 star. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
But it's not because it's bad. I mean, like, if you want to go watch, so that's the other thing. There's good movies and there's bad movies, and then there's good bad movies and bad good movies. And I just didn't find this to be bad enough to be good bad. And
interesting.
But it could have been me. I'm exhausted from Comic-Con. I also wasn't drunk or high. I did think that if I was high watching this, I might enjoy it quite a bit more.
Chat or the comments if that makes a difference.
I'm curious because there are some concepts in here that, especially the Michael Richards shit, I'm like, oh, if I was high, I might like go along a little more than I am. I'm kind of being critical instead of just suspending disbelief.
Got it.
I was a tough critic, but I do align with Leonard Maltin.
And also, like we talked about, comedy is very subjective. Either it's funny or it's not. And if it's not hitting your funny bone, then there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Exactly.
Yes. And I'm a student of comedy.
Is so hard.
Yeah. Well, but to your point, Chris, I'm a student of comedy. I've worked in and around comedy my entire life. Mm-hmm. So I do get the fundamentals of what works and what doesn't work. And this just felt like everything was a near miss. It was like nothing really landed as good comedy for me.
Okay.
It all kind of felt hack.
It's also, but because you said Carol Kane can do no wrong. So she doesn't make you laugh in this at all?
No, really? she does. There are fine parts of it, but it's the casting. Okay, so whoever the casting is did a great job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the people who are in this movie, they brought people who can do the work for sure. And they do. But when it comes to like filmmaking or writing, oh my gosh, we've got calamity here. Like You talk about disjointed, what the original thing is, and then where we wrap it up. It's like it's two different movies. It's like they ran out of time and couldn't finish their movie.
That is true. And I also saw, I forget where I saw this. I think it was one of the reviews said, you know, some of the actors feel like they're in different, like Jeffrey Jones is in a whole other movie than
for sure. So again, back to the direction, right? And or writing. You could, I don't know where you want to place it. Could be the editing too, for that matter. But either way, it's disjointed and it didn't land well as a cohesive thing. And we've watched some stinkers on this show that I've liked because like that was a big swing and they came close and it didn't work, but because whatever, I liked it.
Right.
I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of
unless one of your reviews tells me, you know what? Okay, there was some gold there that I missed. It was having a hard time holding my attention, to be honest.
It drifts. It goes in and out.
It drifts. And so did I, yeah.
Remember when you were talking about what gags I wanted to point out? I should have pointed out the reverse. What I noticed is as the movie goes on, it was almost like maybe he felt, DeLuca or whoever thought he needed more gags. And some of the stuff in the second half, or even in the third act particularly, there's a lot of like, did you notice there's a lot of ADR one-liners in there that they clearly didn't shoot and were stuck in.
Yes.
And I don't those are my least favorite things about the movie when it feels stuck in, you know, I'm trying to think of one in particular, but I noticed a bunch in the third act that they were just
I hardcore agree with this. And there's the right, you're a writer, the writing term asking for the butter or asking for the joke. It felt like every single one of those was a reach and they were just asking for the joke. And I felt like the whole movie was asking for the laugh. It felt like the whole movie was asking for the laugh instead of asking for the butter. And like, that's the wrong nod for this type. It's the wrong wink for this type of movie. They never did wink if that's what they were doing. I felt like there was just too many things that went and there was no technique to it. And I couldn't figure out the established rules. Speaking of world building.
Oh, the rules.
Yeah. It was just all over the place. It felt like unfinished work.
I'm trying to think though. I mean, I don't want to, I'm just wondering where, because I'm a big stickler for rules, not only when I'm writing, but even in movies. Like we always joked about Leprechaun, you know, Leprechaun can do this, then he can do this, then he can do this. Why didn't he just do that then? You know, it's they make it up as they go for whatever's convenient for the Leprechaun, and it's one of the funniest.
And that's insulting to the audience.
Making up rules. I don't remember any rule misuse in this. Do you guys? I like.
I don't really think of it in those. So I don't think I'm any help in regards to that. I'm a ride guy. You know, movies can be rides to me.
Yep, I agree.
And that can overshadow quality, even if I'm just like having.
Agreed. I definitely agree.
If I'm having a fun time, if I'm enjoying, I use the example all the time. Is I really like The Dark Knight Rises, the Christopher Nolan movie, and a lot of people do not like that movie. But the reason I like that movie a lot is because I absolutely love the ride. I love the journey of that movie. And yes, I am aware of so many of the issues, but there's so much in it that I just have fun watching that movie.
I have a ton of movies like that. I agree with you. Do you feel that this was one of them? Well, did you enjoy the ride?
Do you want me to start my star rating, or should we pass it over to Chris?
We go to how many again? Stars?
It's out of 5 stars, just like Letterboxd. Half stars are allowed.
I'm gonna go with okay, listen. You're bringing out okay. No, this has to be disclosed. There are so many movie ratings are silly. They're silly because you can look at like, is this movie on the qualities that you were talking about? You can't rate it as.
It is silly. Everyone has their own criteria. You're right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard to zoom out and give it because it triggers so many people. Like so all I can do when I rate a movie is I'm not talking about directing. I'm not talking about cinematography. And I'm not even talking about writing. I'm talking about pure, how happy does it make me?
I'm the same way.
And how much of an effect it informed me. It seeped into my DNA. This movie, I had the poster in my room growing up.
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
Now
really?
I feel like I'm just insulting. Now I feel terrible.
No,
that's cool.
I would have loved to have known that up front.
That's super cool.
Here.
I would have given it a grace star, 2 stars, Brandon. Make it 2 stars. That's a grace for
Was it this poster?
It's the video store. Yeah. But it's the one, because I would get them. It was a mom and pop video store in New Jersey, and they were always throwing them away. So I would take. Yeah, they would. I would always.
Where are you from?
Oh, well, all over Bergen County, but at that time it would have been Glen Rock, New Jersey.
I'm a Connecticut kid, just outside the city, so we're in the same pocket.
We're always close by.
Yeah, tri-state area, babe.
Yeah, so do you know Paramus? Paramus.
Yeah, of course. We used to go to the mall all the time.
That's where all the
I would also go to the IKEA at 13A off the turnpike, of course.
Okay, yeah, New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah, my uncle was in Piscataway, and my grandparents were in Maryland, so I'd have to drive through Jersey all the time. Sorry, Brandon. One last tangent before the end of the show.
Great IKEA, and
this is great.
There was a free shuttle bus to that IKEA. So when I lived in the city, it was fun. Sometimes we would go just to have Swedish meatballs. Hey,
that's amazing. I know exactly what you're talking about. There was a free shuttle bus. That's so funny. You could also get to you can do it from Newark to IKEA as well, from the airport.
so that's the thing. No, it's better if we all vary. I think it's more interesting that way.
Yeah.
And so so the video store gave me free posters. That's how my room was decorated.
That's so cool, though.
This movie made me laugh. It made me happy. You could call it like a little happy pill. It even made me happy watching it last night. Just takes your mind off of whatever stress is going on. So I'll give it a 4.
That's great.
I think if I saw this as a kid, I probably would have enjoyed it. I really do. I think I would have.
As a happy pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
good for you.
For me, I am very much just like I talked about Dark Knight Rises and The Ride. My ratings and my enjoyment of films are just how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
And yes, I can be critical about the directing, the cinematography, the editing. That's all part of like being a film fan. You know, I as much as I love letting a movie wash over me, I also like to analyze the making of the movie. So, but when it comes to like my star ratings on Letterboxd, you know, it's more of like it is supposed to be a fun thing for me. That's the reason why I track and rate and write reviews on Letterboxd, is because I like to have fun after I finish watching a movie, and it kind of like distills the experience down to something tangible I can look at. And I enjoy it at this point. I don't put too much pressure on it, and it's always just a gut feeling. That being said, Transylvania 65000, they make a lot of swings, and I've talked about some jokes and some gags in this movie that legitimately made me laugh. I think there's some really good visual stuff. I think there's some funny written dialogue. I do think that like Michael Richards making Ed Begley Jr. smell that glass is like top tier.
Yeah.
The buildup of smelling the feasible things that a person would smell, building up to him making him smell the glass. Like it's so funny to me. So I had a really good time watching this movie. So I gave it 3 stars and a heart. And that is because I had fun watching it. And I agree with you, Jay. I don't think it's the strongest made movie.
Yeah.
But I think that there's enough juice. And all of that being said, I love looking at these people, right? These actors that I love from many other projects. I definitely like watching them.
Yes, that's
so. Yeah, it's a 3-star and a heart for me on Letterboxd.
I did think at one point that if I was watching it with a group, like if Brandon, if you and I were on the couch together, maybe if the 3 of us were together, I probably it would have been a different experience. The communal experience, like we were talking about the theater and comedy earlier, laughing with a group. Yes. I think maybe some of the stuff, you know, the things that you really enjoyed might have rubbed off on me, etc. And not having that, just kind of, you know, being a little bit tired today from Comic-Con and whatever, and then watching this movie, I think I just was maybe looking for more out of it or something.
Congrats for surviving. I mean, people didn't survive. There was fatalities at that Comic-Con this year.
Were there really?
I'm just kidding.
Like, oh my God.
We did see a lady on a stretcher. We figured she was dehydrated or something.
It kicked everybody's ass in there though. People were over it really fast. But I wanted to say, yeah, it's and Brandon, what you said, like I used to be more. That's why I don't really go on Letterboxd, because like I feel like you have to always defend yourself, and I did anyway, and justify yourself. And Sean even has to do that, because it's like I remember at NYU, I was decorating my dorm, and I put, of course, all 3 Back to the Future posters above my side of the room. And then I remember some Tisch students coming in, and they were all like scoffing at it, like, "Oh, you like a Hollywood studio movie
because it's a mainstream release?" Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I thought these were some of the greatest movies ever made. Sorry, I didn't know people didn't like them." It was weird.
Well, little did they know they'd eventually teach that script at Tisch.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
In filmmaking, yeah, and script writing.
Everybody's going to have, turning their nose down at any movie, even if it's Back to the Future. So I just kind of not care.
Good for you. That was the lesson.
In my mind, but I like it. What can I say?
Right.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Like, there is something that pretension rubs me the wrong way when talking to film people, there is a lot of pretentious people out there, and I like the art films too. I appreciate so much about film, but I also like Mel Brooks movies, right? Like, I like dumb shit. I love Step Brothers the same way that, I love like Wim Wenders, like I get enjoyment in different facets from those 2 types of films. And I can appreciate what both of those films bring to the world. Right. I find Letterboxd fun, but that's because I like the jokes, the one-liners that people write. That's what I get enjoyment. I actually saw somebody make a video recently talking about how there's a whole side of Letterboxd where people complain that all they see is jokes on Letterboxd.
Oh.
Where I look at it and go like, that's the reason I love Letterboxd.
Oh yeah.
Is because I want to go in and I want to read all of the jokey reviews about the movie I just watched. It's
like going through comedy submissions. I love it too.
Yeah. Speaking of which, here are some Letterboxd reviews I pulled for Transylvania 65000.
That's my favorite part.
Nick says, no idea what's going on, but I laughed more than I probably should have. Vampire Gina Davis, call me. 2 stars and a heart.
Yeah.
Rachel says, it wasn't that funny, but Jeff Goldblum was hot as fuck. So there's that. 2.5 stars.
I agree there too.
Wow.
Cat Detective says, unfortunately, I love it. 5 stars and a heart. Amelia says, this movie needs an award for hottest cast in the worst film. 2 stars.
I agree again. Yeah. So all right. So yeah, it's got to be 2 stars. I guess it has to be, because I agree with all these points.
And finally, EJ says, I don't think there was a script, but that physical comedy was funny, and Gina Davis is hot, so it's not worth watching. 2 stars and a heart.
That's fantastic.
That's the best one.
You guys just made me realize who was that reviewer right there?
That was someone named EJ on Letterboxd.
EJ makes me think about this. We should talk about the fact that we think it's an attractive cast, right? And also it's horrible. And there's 2 instances. What is Rudy DeLuca writing when he has 2 guys rejecting 2 attractive female? Ed Begley rejects Gina Davis. He's put her off of him. She's just trying to make out. And then Biner is rejecting his wife, Carol Kane, who's just all over him. I wonder what's going on with that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Transylvania. Yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah. It's a whole different Transylvania.
I think we did it. I think we talked about everything absolutely that we could have for Transylvania 65000.
Did we log me as a 2 then? Did I convert it to a 2?
You want to pop?
Well,
you want to bump it
feel
up?
like out of respect for our guest. And
No,
the cast
no,
was
please
great.
don't. Come on,
the cast was fantastic.
Give it another. Maybe if there's ever a screening, we'll all go and see it on the big screen. That would be so cool.
That would be awesome.
So I would do that just because it would be fun to go with you guys. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an excuse to all hang out. I would love that.
Seen a screen.
And there's
all right. So 1 star and a future hang.
Okay.
Oh, so you're back to 1 star now.
Take it. I'll take it. I only wish
it's more honest. I don't like it though.
That's fair.
I don't feel good about it.
You mentioned Funko earlier from Comic-Con, and they've tapped into every single IP ever. They should do Funko Pops of this movie.
Yeah,
they
really should.
I want somebody to
bag?
recreate the phones, because there's 2 iconic phones. There's like the red sort of monster phone at the castle, and then there's that snake phone in I guess that's in Jeff Goldblum's room. He's on the snake phone.
Yeah,
but there's a couple of those weird critter phones too. Isn't there one that's like a crocodile and one that's like a snake? They look like 2 different ones to me.
I think so.
Yeah,
that's one of the ADR lines too, because then off screen you hear Jeffrey Jones go like, "The phone bit me," and it's like you don't need that.
Oh, you're right. Yes,
you don't need that.
That's the asking for the laugh thing.
Space, and he figured.
Another bit that I really liked is when Jeff Goldblum is on the phone talking to Elizabeth, and Ed Begley Jr. is trying to come in, and they're doing it's like classic.
Yes.
It's like Abbott and Costello. It's a classic bit where it's like he's trying to come in. Don't you knock? You got to say, who is it? Right? Like they're just all this fast, paced dialogue going in and out of the room. I like that a lot.
No, I do too. It works for me. Funko Pops, Funko, let's get on it. Comic-Con 27 exclusive.
Huge thank you to the Funko people, though. They actually took really good care of us. They had a whole lounge and a whole thing. It was really, really nice.
I would buy a Gina Davis Dracula action figure. Let's just put it that way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Can somebody please, or super, the reaction figures?
Yeah, Super 7.
Should do it.
Yeah, a whole Transylvania 6 5000, 3 3/4 action figure line from Super 7.
They do everything. They had the Teen Wolf one come out. I bought that. That was great.
Well, and what's great about those action figures is like the figures are kind of just an excuse to make like beautiful card art.
Yeah.
Like all of they did a whole series of Masters of the Universe figures.
Yeah. I mean, where else are you going to get this version of Marty? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, something inconspicuous.
Yeah, my favorite edit joke, one of my favorite jokes in all of Back to the Future, but just purely based on editing. Something inconspicuous. Yeah, and then he slides into frame.
Oh, yeah.
About fell out of my chair.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pulling the antenna out. That is a hell of a move. His talk about physical comedy, man.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, one of the greatest.
Yeah. Please tell me last year you went to FanFest nights with the Hill Valley.
Yes, I went 3 times.
Unbelievable, right? That's the greatest.
I went opening night and then the next night. And then a few weeks later, my dad and I happened to be back, and I had such a great time that I was like, I got to go back again. I
still can't even believe it happened. It feels like a dream. Just as it can't believe it happened.
Wow.
To be on that holy ground and have that happening. Wow. Very, very cool. I'm glad that you went. I hope they bring it back. They didn't bring it back this year, so I didn't go. I think
there's a couple factors. I think one, I don't think they wanted to do it again right away. Right? They wanted to try and see if was it the Back to the Future being on the filming locations event happening in Courthouse Square, or was it the FanFest nights as a whole? What was bringing the people? And 2, they apparently changed the way they are doing it because they didn't want people to do what I did, which is go down on the very first tram and then spend all night there.
That's what I did.
I spent the whole time there, first tram in, last tram out. Whereas when they did it the second year, they had the Scooby-Doo experience down in the where they shot all the Universal Monster movies, the Little Europe area. Yeah. And they were actually shuffling people through so that people couldn't just stay there the whole time. So if it comes back, it will be different
from a logistics perspective.
But it ruled.
I really feel like if they bring it back, they should also do it part 2 and have the two
dig up Courthouse Square, put a pool in there. Yeah, it'll be great.
So much work. Biff's Pleasure Palace.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Biff's Pleasure Palace.
Chris, if you ever want to go over there, buddy, just let me know. We can go over there.
Okay, sure. That's great to know. I didn't know that you. Okay, that's awesome.
I used to do a lot of that Back to the Future stuff with Universal back in the day.
You're that man. Yeah, I would love to hang out and hear stories.
Yeah, Jay's a good connection to have. Let's put it that way.
Very cool. Wow.
Well, it seems like Chris is too.
Part of history. Part of history. Thank you.
Well, we did it. We talked Transylvania 5000. I honestly, Chris, I cannot thank you enough for coming on the show. Like I said at the top, I was so excited to talk to you and just get some insight on these movies that I love. But I also know that you are such a huge fan of movies and pop culture. You're a big nerd. You're a collector. All these things that I love about people. So it just means a lot to me for you to come on the show and talk to us for 3 hours about Transylvania 5000.
No, you guys are definitely amazing to talk to, because when I was thinking before I came on, how are we going to talk about this movie for 2 hours? But look at this.
That's what everyone always asks.
I know, it's crazy.
3.5 hours. So thank you.
The worse the movie, the longer the podcast. That's what we've determined too.
Fascinating.
The movies that we don't typically like have the most tangents. This one was right in the middle, I feel. Right down the middle.
Let's give a shout out to our all mutual friend Adam if it wasn't for Adam, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys.
This show wouldn't exist if it weren't for Adam.
Yeah. The most thanks to the wonderful Adam the Woo, who we miss greatly.
Watch this somehow, whatever
this
realm.
Is part of the circle of goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
And you'll be back, Chris. You're doing we need to do more with you. We need to do more with you. You are a fantastic guest.
86? Are you gonna jump years once you run out of movies?
Yeah, I have a couple ideas. We're about halfway through the movie list right now, and I have some ideas about what our next season will be. But we'll do another calendar year. That's kind of the plan. Another release year of movies.
Okay, we picked Amazon Women on the Moon for
87. That one's yours.
86. I'll go for Howard the Duck.
87 will also be Spaceball. So when we get to that year, that'll be a big
whoa.
Howard the Duck is going to have its 40th on August 1st. So I hope you're going to.
Yeah, just got a 4K re-release.
I'm going to watch it on August 1st and watch the bonus features. Haven't popped it in yet.
Hilarious.
Another Universal picture. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, Leah Thompson. Classic.
I hike past her house. I go to Fryman Canyon hike. It's like a 2.5 mile.
Yeah.
You pass Clooney's house, and it's this whole little area. I always wondered if I see her, I wouldn't want to bother her. I don't want to be like fanboy, but
yeah,
say like I love your work so much.
Yeah, just keep your 4K copy of Howard the Duck with you at all times.
Miss Thompson.
Yeah.
Waiting for this moment of my life.
Exactly.
I brought my DVD hiking. Would you sign it?
I just watched Radioland Murders for the first time.
Okay.
It was fine. I enjoyed I enjoyed parts of it. I think it was going for something more. But yeah, it's the same writers as Howard the Duck.
Willard.
This keeps getting recommended to me, and I have not yet seen it. I'm waiting for it to hit the
written by Willard Huck and Gloria Katz.
Yeah. They wrote Temple of Doom as well. They were George pals, and that movie Radioland Murders was kind of very experimental for the effects that are in that movie.
Yeah, there is some groundbreaking stuff in it. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
No, literally, somebody keeps recommending it, and they keep asking, "Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it?" I keep telling them that it hasn't gone on sale yet. And I'm being a stickler.
George was always, no spoilers, but I think he was always trying to forward it. You know, even in movies like that, he was always looking for like what ways to plus things.
Yeah, the technology, moving the industry forward is really what he was trying to do.
That's his move.
I definitely, it is worth your time. That's
Thank you.
It's worth the watch. I will say.
Thank
I mean, I bought this Blu-ray, and I'm not mad that I bought the Blu-ray. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah.
Thank you.
I know you wanted to wrap up, but I'm so sorry for asking. What is a Blu-ray that you regret? Are you allowed to say, like, what were you mad at buying?
To be honest, I don't know if I really ever regret buying a movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool then.
The only thing that comes to mind is more of a movie that I really despise, and it has people in it that I really love. But have you guys ever seen Shop Girl, the Steve Martin, Jason Schwartzman movie?
I don't like it either. I can't do it either. And Claire Danes.
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
I technically bought that DVD, and my wife and I watched the movie on DVD. So if I'm gonna say like I regret something, it's owning Shop Girl. I really dislike that movie a lot.
Yeah. Is that? But I think, again, I don't know if my mind's glitched a bit today because I didn't have enough to eat, or enough coffee. But there's a quote that I think I remember from that movie. Am I wrong? He goes like, "We could either hurt now or hurt later," as far as like breaking up. And I always thought that stuck with me because like when you're in a relationship and you know it's not going well, it's like hurt or do you hurt later? The hurt's gonna come sometime. I thought that was a good line.
I don't remember much about it other than the fact that like I did not like that movie whatsoever. But
it wasn't even the story; it was the filmmaking, right? For me, it was the film. I think it's
a lot of it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I honestly, not one comes to mind that I'm like, oh yeah, I regret paying money for that. I'm a collector. Yeah.
You know what breaks my heart? Sometimes you'll like be so psyched. Like this happened way back in the day when I was in the Laserdisc era, and you would be so psyched to like listen to a commentary from your favorite filmmakers. But it's the kind of commentary where you're not learning a thing, and they're just like,
oh,
here's the part
telling the same story over and over again.
Where they're just describing what you're watching.
What happened? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it breaks my heart because it's like I want to know how long the shoot was. What kind of lenses did you guys use? Like, they don't.
Oh, here's kind of an answer. I bought the original release for Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, my favorite movie. I loved it so much. Well, the initial 4K release, I just bought it because I was so excited to own it. And then months later, they put out a steelbook edition of it, and it has special features on it. The initial release didn't have any special features. So, yeah, I guess technically I regret buying the original 4K release of One Battle After Another, because then I went back and I had to buy the steelbook to get the special features because I want to see footage of how that movie was made.
Well, guess what?
That's crap.
That's what just happened with Howard the Duck. I bought what you just mentioned, the 40th anniversary tin.
Yeah.
Comic book-esque cover.
Yes.
But I found out that it's in September. There's a super deluxe version being released not in the US, but so I ordered that too. It comes with like lobby cards, nice stuff. So it's like you gotta really, really research these things before we buy them.
Yeah. I mean, like the Criterion stuff. What's happening now with Criterion is a lot of the ones that I have on Blu-ray are now that they're getting into 4K, they're re-releasing movies on 4K, and I go like, oh man, like I'm upgrading a couple. Like I had Barry Lyndon on Blu-ray in the Criterion collection, and then they come up with the 4K, and I'm like, well, that movie I kind of need in the highest quality possible. So I did upgrade my 4K, but even Punch Drunk Love is one of my favorite movies ever, and they re-released it on 4K, and it's like, do I need to get the Criterion 4K? The Blu-ray is great, like the quality is fantastic. So, those are the decisions I'm making now.
I make those decisions by hopefully they include something bonus feature, supplemental material that wasn't on the previous release, and then you kind of justify the cost, or but if it's the same thing. Supplemental wise, I kind of try to like lay off.
You know who's really good at that is Arrow Video.
Oh yeah,
Arrow Video is really good at licensing out the original. Like I just picked up after Sam Neill passed away. I bought the new 4K of In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh yeah.
And I own the Shout Factory Blu-ray, but I just wanted this upgrade 4K. And what they did is they transferred over all of the special features from the Shout Factory Blu-ray with new special features. And it's new. It's just interviews with people but it's, I don't know,
and
at least that I appreciate it.
It's smart because then it gets, geeks like me to buy it again.
Exactly.
And then you try to sell it, but then no one will buy it on your old one on eBay. So then you wind up going to the. Do you ever go to the CD trader in Encino? They'll buy it for $1 or Amiibo.
I look at it like when I upgrade to a 4K, I take my Blu-ray and I have a couple of friends that are also physical media, and I take it as an opportunity to pass it on.
Pay it forward.
And
yep.
You pay it forward, and and even if they're like, oh, I don't know if I really want that, I go like, just take it anyway. And if you want to sell it later, I don't care.
Pay it forward. Yep.
I want you to have it because this is a movie that I really have loved, and I think that you would enjoy it too.
Amazing. Well, Jay, when they release Transylvania 65000 on 4K, I will give you this Blu-ray for Christmas.
Thank you. This was something I was taken with. Whatever this New World Pictures is that not the AT&T logo from the 80s?
It does look like it in red.
It's very similar, but yeah, New World Pictures is Roger Corman's distribution company.
Oh, okay.
We just recently we just did a New World Pictures movie. The Indiana Jones knockoff one was.
King Solomon's Mines.
Mines?
No, that's a Canon.
High Road to China.
What's that, Chris?
Tom Selleck, High Road to China. That's another.
No, I can't remember off the top of my head, but that logo is iconic to me because I watched the animated Spider-Man show a lot when I was a kid, and the VHSs were New World Pictures releases. But I love that logo.
Cool. Well, thanks again, you guys, for having me. It was really fun.
Oh my gosh,
this is the best.
Thank you.
I guess I forgot we should wrap up. Chris, where can people find you online?
Oh yeah, you can find me on just my name. Look, Chris Bergoch on Instagram and X at Chris Bergoch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free to send me your
Chris. How do you spell it? Oh, there it is. I got it.
Yeah, I'll follow you back.
Following right now.
Send me all your hate for making you interested in this movie. You didn't like it. Waste an hour and a half. It's only an hour and a half, right? So it's not too much.
Yeah,
maybe not even that. It was a very quick watch. Flew by.
So, or if you love it, I'd love to know. All the first timers to Transylvania. What do you think? That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's fun. I think it's worth the time.
Hopefully we'll do this again.
I would love to have you back, and hopefully we get to see each other in person sometime soon. That would be a lot of fun.
Let me know any plans for the. Oh, you know what? I might not be able to go to that meetup this year in Twin Pines Mall in October. But you don't go every year, do you? From up there?
No, we just went for the 40th because we wanted to bring our cars down and make it. It was 40th anniversary. It was a big deal. We were planned all the to go with Adam and
yeah.
It was a big event. So
well definitely let me know next time, and I'll let you know if I'm up in Vancouver.
Yeah, please, anytime. Jay Ryan, where can people find you online?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm working on solidifying all this. There's a new Instagram account, JRyan111. But obviously, Porsche Life 111, late night play set. If you're into late night talk shows, that's our little podcast we do from the Letterman set over there. And if you're into cars in the Los Angeles area, Good Vibes Breakfast Club. If back to talk shows, check out Good Night with Ben Glebe. That's really, really a fun thing that I'm working on right now. And then perhaps most importantly, if you like this show, follow A Blockbuster Year. I love doing it with Brandon. It's not a secret. I say it every single week, but a guest like Chris is one of the reasons too. This was so fun tonight, and I did not enjoy watching this movie, but for 4 hours, somehow we all hung out online and had a blast.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorite episodes. So thank you to everybody for following along with the Blockbuster Year, because here we are on our new night in our second year, and you're still watching, so it means the world. Thank you.
Yeah,
Brandon, where do we keep up with you?
Well, Jay said it, A Blockbuster Year. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram. There's a Facebook page as well, all under A Blockbuster Year. If you're into movie cars and props and video stores now, follow BC DeLorean. That's my personal account. Yeah.
Dude, congratulations on a huge milestone for social media.
Nice.
20,000 plus.
Yeah.
And climbing.
Yeah, still climbing. So it's going pretty well. Like I said in my little video I put out, like I always thought 10,000 was a nice round number I wanted to get to, and I can't believe that I hit 10,000 and then jumped right to 20,000. It was unbelievable.
In like a week or so. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks. It was like three weeks or so. It was crazy. But
all you had to do was kill Sam Neill.
All right,
sorry. That's how rumors get started.
Yeah, we love you. Yes, BC DeLorean. That's where all that is. All right, last thing. Next week, we are going to be talking about the Coen brothers' first film, Blood Simple.
Never seen it.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of Coen brothers talk in general. I mean, these two brothers are iconic filmmakers, made some of the best movies to come out of the Hollywood studio system.
Yeah. Miller's Crossing.
We will be joined by one of my longest friends. His name is Dylan Coulter. He is an actor. He is a school teacher. He teaches film at the school that he works at, but Whoa. he is I've been friends with him for years and years and years. We've done shows together. We did theater together. So I'm very excited to have him on the show. And we're going to be talking about the Coen brothers and Blood Simple next week.
Blood Simple. All right. Got to download it. Have you seen it before, Brandon?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I've never seen it. Never heard of it even.
Yeah, it's their first movie. Their independent film. They self-financed. Emmett Walsh is in this movie. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
yes,
love him. Legendary. I don't know why I thought Miller's Crossing was there. Was that their first studio movie? Maybe.
Raising Arizona would come next.
Yeah, I guess Raising Arizona would be before Miller's Crossing.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
But yeah, this is a great movie.
Cool, awesome.
Spoiler alert, good movie. Again, thank you, Chris. Yes. This has been so much fun. I'll plug it again, but check out Chris's incredible films that he's written. Starlet, Tangerine, The Florida Project, Red Rocket, and look for more projects in the future.
More on the way.
Yeah.
Maybe even Transylvania 5002.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if we all worked on a remake of Transylvania 5000?
That's the goal now.
Yeah. In 41 years.
We can do like a Fallen Kingdom where we put Jeff Goldblum in the marketing and then he only appears in one scene that's split between the beginning and the end of the movie in a courtroom. That'll be really fun. We'll really get the fans in for that one.
Oh, well.
Use of Dr. Ian Malcolm.
See you in the future.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week with Blood Simple.
Did we hit a record? Did we make a new record?
I don't know.
A long time.
there will be a section of this episode cut out. Just all of our technical difficulties. Right. That was a good chunk.
So the recording never stopped. So what I'm looking at here is the whole time.
The whole time, and I have to edit it. Yes.
Okay. So I thought there were other segments of there was 45 here and another 15 here and plus these 4 hours. Okay, good. No. Okay, good. It's 10 o'clock at night.
I know.
I gotta eat dinner.
Yeah, I know, it's classic. This show's too long. I know it's too long. Go ahead, Chris.
No, you. Sorry.
I was just gonna say thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week. Good night, everybody. Take care.
At home. Please love one another. See you out there.
Oh, I got to do this. 1 second. This first. Where is it? Good night, everybody.
Don't come.